Rygar and Kogan. You would have heard Rygar. For sure would have heard about El Terrell being ripped from Faroon. And this is about a year after El Terrell's returned. You would have heard that El Terrell had also returned. You probably wouldn't know the details, but you would know that it had returned, that it had been ripped away. Something had happened. The rumors were it was gone to the hells. And you would also have heard that it came back about a year ago under same mysterious terms. Kogan, you probably wouldn't know. You probably would have heard something about El Terrell being gone, maybe and coming back. But your memory only goes back about a year.
Right. Yep. That
So,
goes with the history that I have anyway. So yeah.
yeah, you just woke up kind of in the wilderness. You wasn't for sure where you were at, what was going on, where you'd been, any kind of really any kind of history, uh, except for the past year, which you've just been kind of traveling and learning the world about you. Uh, Also, that picture I got on there, I didn't get a picture, so I just picked one. So
I
if you
sent
got
you
a
one on
picture,
Messenger. I didn't email it to you. Is it like you? Is that the only way you can get upload a picture? Is to
uh,
email?
no, I don't remember seeing it. Maybe I just missed it on Messenger. So um, that's probably what happened. Maybe if you sent it, I just didn't see it.
Now I've got another picture on that other game. Is there any way for you to transfer that over to this one? I mean, this one's fine, but
Yeah,
the other one matches my description better.
gotcha. Should be able to do that. Right, let's see here. Figured out how to transmogrify, so that's kind of nice.
Almost been transmogrified.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. So let's take him over to there. If that worked. And out. Yeah, I do got your other character, but the picture doesn't show up.
Oh well.
It's just got a little thumbnail, but there's actually no picture in it.
Hmm.
I don't know why, but um, I get just sometimes send it to me on Messenger and I can change it. I don't know why it don't show up on that particular one, but oh, wait a minute, there it is. Never mind, I got it. Sorry, guys. Way too much art for a
Mm-hmm.
game just starting out. None of it.
It can be done later. I mean, there's no
Yeah,
rush.
I'll work on it. I can do it. Okay, and Ragar, you and Kogan have
Now,
both.
who's Kogan?
Is is that how you pronounce it?
That's Austin. Austin's Kogan.
Yeah, I can't hear Austin. You guys hear him? It's just me.
No, I can't
Not
hear
right
him.
now.
I can't hear you, Austin, either.
I think he just got maybe reset or something.
You just exit out of Discord and go back in. Usually it works. Yeah.
I think that's what he done. I don't see him on there now. So anyway, you have made
Sorry,
your
guys,
way.
that came out of nowhere. Sorry.
You have made your way to El Terrell, Rygar, especially because you figure they need the help. You know,
Yeah.
common people usually are the one that gets the shaft when something's happened. So you want us to go see if you can help. You just got to town, and you've made your way. You talked to the guards; they let you in. They recommended the Ivory Tower Inn, which is kind of the closest inn to the main gate. So you've kind of made your way there.
Can you hear me now?
Can.
Yes, I
Yeah.
can now.
Yes.
Is that how you pronounce Kogan?
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it.
Sebastian, you and Trobarn are just come down for a morning meal. Marla is at the barkeep, or is the barkeep? She's at the bar.
Is it busy in this morning?
No, actually, there's only one other person in there. Looks like maybe she looks like maybe a shopkeeper.
Yeah, I go down and.
Yeah, it's kind of well, you don't know. I mean, it doesn't look like they do a brisk morning
Good.
breakfast.
I am
Or
walking.
more like evening, afternoon.
Quite slowly to the bar.
Yeah.
Talking very quietly. Can I get water and protein of some sort? Slowly walk back to the
Protein,
table.
like meat,
Yes. And bread.
bread, meat on the bone.
Got something soak up some of this residual alcohol.
Okay, yeah, she said. Okay, well, I will have I have some bacon and fresh made bread this morning.
Perfect.
I can have it brought out to your table. Just for one.
No. Me and my dwarven companion Trobran will.
Mm.
He will also have meat and bread.
Barn will have followed, the obviously headache-looking fellow down, seeming pretty, like mildly sickly, but definitely not looking what you would imagine is hungover in any way. And we'll just, as he makes his way towards the bar, we'll just kind of find his seat at the table and then like look over at him expectingly.
I go back. When I go back, I tell him food and drink on the way.
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah, we're just gonna sit quietly. I'm gonna observe for a little bit. Like, oh my god, who is this giant that just walked in? The roof rips off.
I don't know why they wasn't on there. But
No,
yeah,
they do that. Yeah, sometimes it does that.
I just had to put them back in there. They're the block and tackle.
The patrons.
God, there's a
No, they're
14
block.
foot orc that
You
just
would
came
know
in.
they're block and tackle. They're the two guards that Arla employs. You spoke
How
to
long have
Block
I-
when you came in.
How long have we been in this town?
You actually just came into town. You got in just right after daybreak. You've been traveling all night, and you got into town, talked to the guards. They were a little suspicious, but they seemed to think that you were just some kind of knight in armor. You
Okay.
didn't really go into detail. They probably were a little lax. They were still the guards from the night before, so they were looking forward to getting off duty. Otherwise, they may have made you take your helmet off.
That'd have been interesting.
Same thing, Rygar. They didn't do a whole lot. They saw, okay, you're just, you're a traveling sellsword. They let you come into town. They did tell you that, excuse me, that it's a very law-abiding town. They don't put up with any type of lawbreakers. And they told you about the Ivory Tower Inn. It was only a few blocks from the gate. So you made your way there for whatever reason. I mean, just you have to start somewhere. And
Well,
maybe.
this morning, I think I'm gonna head over here and something to eat and drink myself.
Yeah, you see this
Kind of walk
red-headed,
up behind him.
red-bearded dwarf maiden behind the bar. Really quite attractive. You can see she has a really bright red beard and hair. It's all very well combed, made up. She's a little bit tall for a dwarf.
Yeah.
Not very stocky. And she walks up. Oh, strangers, what can I get for you? Welcome to the Ivory Tower. I'm Marla. This is my place. It's kind of early, but welcome.
I got a little bit of a thirst. I'd like some ale and some meat of some kind.
Well, I can have the cook fix whatever you want. I do have bacon frying and fresh bread, if that will do.
Sounds great.
Okay. If you want to have a seat, I will have it brought over. Just any seat that's open. What about you, my good man?
I will
Does
take
not
that.
compute. It's gonna be real hard for him to.
I'm fine for now, thank you. And I just kind of
Oh.
walk over by.
I picture
Over
actually
here.
what I really thought of at first was Data, which is awesome. You know what I mean? That type of like.
Kind of still, still has like human mannerisms, but just everything's been toned down. I mean, it's
Yeah. So do I see
but
these
yeah,
people? I
Chat
said.
with that
Go ahead.
barmaid that once I saw the beard, I changed my mind.
Yeah, there
to
is
hold
a
on to.
barmaid. I don't know where I'll get her, but yeah, there is a barmaid. We'll find her.
Do I see these two?
But yeah, you do see these guys. I mean, you didn't see them last night, Trobran and Sebastian. You do see them walk in. You guys can describe yourself if you want.
Go first, Rygar.
Well, I don't remember.
That's a good question.
I think he's about 5'10", blonde hair, got on chainmail, kind of sword and shield.
Is he human? Is he elf?
Oh yeah, he's human.
How old is he?
19.
Oh, young man.
Youngman.
Youngman. Rygar Youngman.
Kind of standing, he doesn't even really sit down. He kind of just stands kind of beside him a little bit. He's about 6'10".
Jeez.
Heavy thumps when he walks. His armor is kind of like a matte dark green. Big bucket helm with a horsehair tail up and out. He's got a huge halberd on his back. An unstrung longbow. And that's really it. It's just this huge plate armored man.
All right.
I was wrong. I'm 17.
17. Young man.
Dang.
I like it.
Young movie.
Young man. World like doesn't know. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, like I said, I just kind of stand next to him and.
Do we know each other?
No.
Okay.
Oh, we don't know each other?
Well, I mean, no, you never met. You both. Well, I
Oh.
mean, you may. If it's up to you. I mean, came into town at the same time, so if you struck up a conversation, but you weren't traveling together.
Oh, I guess I would just continue asking, since my whole memory, I've just been kind of asking him the going on as we were entering, so I kind of just probably continued that coming in through here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I would. What is your name?
Kogan. I go by
You-
Kogan.
You glitched COVID?
Get away from me. Where's your mask?
Topical. It's a topical
I'm
name.
sorry, your voice glitched out for me for a minute.
No, it's Kogan.
Coben, okay.
Okay.
No, Kogan.
Go, dumb bear.
G.
Kogan with a
G.
G, yeah. Like Shogun, but Kogan. Yeah. Interesting.
I'm sorry, I take the mask off.
Okay. Well, I definitely am staring at that giant man with the armor and like as that. Yeah.
Standing next to a 5-something. It's a little.
Yeah.
And
boy.
they're close enough. Do I hear their conversation?
Yeah, I mean it's quiet. There's no one else in there.
Yeah.
The
I'm
other-
leaning back in my chair,
the other
listening
lady-
to him, finding it quite interesting. This guy trying to figure out what he's all about. I'm trying to do it somewhat stealthily. I will make a. I don't know what you. Yeah, but I'm trying to listen because I would like to hear what their take is on what's going on.
I don't think you need to roll because they're not whispering.
Gotcha.
And like I said, there's no one else in there, and they are. I mean, if you look where they sit, they're like the next table
Yep.
to you. So
Yeah, there's really not a lot of people, so there wouldn't be a lot of background noise.
So
can-
leaning, yeah.
I mean, you can kind of listen without really kind of listening. If you want.
Okay. Yep. And also, I guess we can do a description as well. I am leaning back in this chair. He looks quite. He looks worse for the wear because it looks like he's had a late night. But you see a younger, good-looking man, not quite as young as Rygar, probably 22 or 24 years of age, super clean-shaven, looked like he shaved this morning, or super, black hair, pulled back, loose ponytail. You can tell he hasn't, taken care of himself too much this morning. He's got studded leather armor on, no weapons on him. His weapons are up in his, up in the room. But here I can also send a picture.
That is Marla.
Mm.
And once I show that to you, you guys can see it anytime, right? It goes
Correct.
in your.
Yes.
All right, yeah, and so that's what you see. I'm sending it in Discord chat. Is a better and of course he is with his companion, which I'll let him give the description.
Yeah. So Chabarn at the moment is probably about like 4 foot even and looks a little stocky, like kind of short for a dwarf, you would imagine, which is definitely your sort of like best guess at what he would be from the outside at like sort of a glance. But he does look a little sickly. One moment. I'll send a picture of him.
Oh yeah. What are they talking about?
Once he had ordered his food and we took our spots at the table, I was pretty much just asking him the goings on of if he knows anything about El Terrell, because I've only heard snidbits. So I was just kind of asking him about that in the area around El Terrell, in the area around political standings.
What do you, Rygar? How do you look? Your armor and stuff. Like, do you look like you have money? I know it seems like an odd question, but does it look like, do you have a big coin pouch on the side of you, or is your weapon and armor? Do they look a little worn out? And your shoes. That's a good one. I look at his shoes. That's always a good sign.
They've been walked in.
They've been walked in. Does it?
No,
Okay.
I'm not fancy dressed.
Okay. Yep.
2 vagabonds.
I'm just here. I've heard about the troubles here. I just want to help.
So when I hear that, I spin my chair around. Greetings.
Greetings.
Couldn't help but overhear, seeing how we're the only ones really in here talking. You're new here to El Terrell.
Yeah, just now.
Me too. I've heard of the terrible going on. Yes, there's Trobrand, by the way. The terrible going ons here in El Terrell. I wanted to come and lend a hand, and glances down at his somewhat empty coin pouch as well, and perhaps try to make a little bit of money. My name is Bastian Black. I am
Bastion. Okay. Well, glad to meet you.
Glad to meet you. I am a thespian and a playwright.
Ah. How is a playwright going to help here?
Those are my vocations. Those are simply my vocations. I am a. First of all, morale. Don't underestimate the the importance of morale. I'm a good. I'm a good manager. No.
You're a bard.
I've been called that. I've been called worse as well, but yes, a
As
bard.
have I.
Yes. I didn't catch your name though.
I'm Rygar.
Rygar, and your impressive friend
My name is Kogan.
Kogan. You are a mountain of a man, Kogan. Sure, you get that all the time. There you go. Yep.
That is Sebastian, yeah.
How tall are you, Damien?
I'm 6'1", like 170, 172, super lean. Imagine Brad Pitt in Fight Club, but taller, very lean. Like you, he's not strong, but very corded.
Yeah, and Torben?
Yeah, he is like 4 foot probably, if anything, and kind of stocky. He's also kind of wearing some fairly gaudy clothes and a hood that gives his head like an odd shape. But based on sort of the disheveledness of like his beard and whatever else, you just imagine that's like basically like hiding some sort of crazy fro.
Now, are you like what? Can I tell what with the cloak and stuff? Can I tell what you are? Are you like just a short human, or are you like a gnome, a dwarf?
It would be kind of
Or is it just can't really tell with the beard and the hood?
yeah, it'd be kind of like a vague. He would look sickly a little bit, at least whatever he is, but like not acting it. He'd just be like a little bit bouncy every now and then. And
He's
then would go
ethnically
quiet.
vague.
Yeah, ethnically vague.
Yeah. So if I see them staring at him, I'd be like, "Oh, that's Torbrand. He's a good set man, and the finest dwarf I've known."
Yeah, and then be at that, or I would say, yeah, Bastion man, best yelly there is.
You tell him. As it were, I actually was hoping today that I would go and perhaps seek my fortune here and see what's going on, see what kind of help I could offer. But as you can see, again, he kind of looks down at his, as you said, what is a bard and a playwright and a thespian? I understand I have my weaknesses. Perhaps your strength of arm and our connections. We helped a farmer recently and found out his uncle was quite a man of influence here. I thought perhaps we could.
Really?
Yes, yep. Hobart. Where is Hobart?
He went with his uncle, remember?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to meet with Hobart. Yeah. But we could use a strong sword and shield. And what kind of weapon do you have? Kogan?
Long sword.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
No.
Kogan, what do you have? Is there a weapon?
It's a big halberd.
Big halberd. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And whatever that thing is. But I don't know. I always looking to have people around me. I'm only as good as my castmates, as it were.
Join our table so we don't have to talk across the
Excellent.
way.
I slide over there and I say, around some wine. I don't know if it's too early for you, but it's never too early for me.
For me, thank you.
It's never too early.
Perfect.
Also, I was raised by an innkeeper and learned brewing at an early age.
Excellent. What is your tell me yourself, Rygar? Where do you come from? If you don't mind me pointing out, that's quite obvious. The quite obvious truth of you look quite young.
Yeah, I just got bored.
There we go. That's the picture.
Okay. Well, Jesus.
Excellent.
Yeah, he's a little more out there than the one I had.
Is his eyes glowing like that at this moment?
I would be up to Larry if it does or not, because I don't have glowing eyes.
It's your character.
Or is that is that where you're gonna be, or is that what you look like right now? Because
I would say I guess that's what he looks like right now, because he is, with what little bit of background that I made up for him, he is definitely not from. You guys don't know this, but out of game. He's not from Faroon
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
anywhere near, so he's totally.
Dang.
The only thing
Hey.
that's saved him so far, as the year he's been there, is that he does kind of look like, some kind of maybe large elven knight, or some kind of maybe even fae, or
Yeah.
so he does look strange, but with the armor and stuff, and if he doesn't take his helmet off or his armor off, then
Right. Those
he's
But
glasses.
yeah, no,
strange, but he's not alien, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's pretty much what I look like.
Dang. Yeah. Shiny bucket.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say his eyes are probably more like what you would be like a not like a robot, but would be more like maybe what a wolf's or an animal's does. When your light shines on them,
Yeah.
Mm.
right? So that's
The-
more.
Yeah.
when
then
the- when
certainly.
the-
Yeah. I
when,
could use a
when
good.
the light
Reflective.
shines on it, he turns his head a certain way. Then yeah, that's what you see.
Not somebody I'd want to meet in a dark alley.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Unless he's on. Yeah. I wouldn't want to meet him there, but I want to have him on my side for sure.
Yeah.
Let me be honest with you. It's negotiating the intricacies of dealing with lords and ladies and the such. I may not carry many big weapons, but I can be of much help to the group. And of course, Torband has been a fine companion. I think we could. I think we could certainly look into this. So I'm gonna have a breakfast. I'm gonna have a little drink. I'm gonna go upstairs and get ready, and perhaps we go and find Hobart and Lord. I forget his name. I called him Sam, but that was short for something. Samjin? Was his name Samjin?
Its first name was well, make an intelligence check, or
Intelligence check.
maybe not perception, but
We'll do intelligence. You can do like a straight intelligence check too.
Yeah.
Like not a saving throw, but an intelligence check. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
rolled a 13.
what's your intelligence?
My intelligence is a 14.
Yeah, you remember his name is Sam Drag. That's his first name.
Samdrak, yeah.
Sam Drag Tarman, and they did call him Lord.
Yeah,
when
Lord
they first
Tarman.
introduced him.
I called him Sam. Yeah, Lord Tarman. He didn't like that. No. Actually, he was quite pleased that we brought Hobart back. So,
So what are the whisperings of trouble in this place?
oh well, I know a bit of the story. Apparently, due to some malicious deals, dark secrets, and the like, El Terrell, under false pretenses, had given itself to the hells through a dirty and dark pact. Ripped from the prime material plane, it was taken to Avernus, where a group of heroes saved it. And not only that, but there's now a waging war going on throughout the plains. He's kind of going on a tangent. You don't know how much of that. Now it's starting to get a little bit, but yeah, he tells you that basically, yeah, that this whole city at one point was in the hells, from my understanding, or at least that's the story. There's a whole play that we do on it.
What is going on right now that they need help with?
Oh, just rebuilding, of course. I'm sure, the population's just coming back. Whenever there's trouble, like whenever things are hard and there's, troubles afoot, then there's nefarious people, ne'er-do-wells who would come about and try to, perhaps people's old holdings they're trying to hold on to. I don't know. Maybe we just write him a sonnet. Yeah, I'm gonna eat, go upstairs, wash up really well, fix my hair, get everything, get my weapons on.
Okay, as you're finishing up eating, this woman kind of makes her way, maybe not a little timidly, maybe not, not like she's afraid or anything, and she goes, "Excuse me, gentlemen, I am Carla. I am from El Terrell. I heard your friend here so eloquently speaking about the what happened. Um, he was kind of correct, but the real story, if you want the real story, the heroic story, is our chancellor. Our chancellor is the one that made it possible to bring back the city and most of what the inhabitants made it back. I was actually original from El Terrell. I was taken to the hells. Um, something I still have nightmares about. But
Mm.
the Chancellor organized the Hell Riders and different groups of mercenaries to actually save El Terrell. She is the one that is responsible for our being here at all. If it wasn't for her, we would still be in the Hells.
Who's the Chancellor?
You've not heard of Chancellor Van Thamper?
Oh.
Oh.
She's probably the greatest woman in the realms.
Uh-huh.
She's responsible for saving the whole city.
Oh.
It was her that rode into the Hells at the head of the new Hell Riders and defeated the demons and saved the city.
Oh, well,
And
she
of course,
sounds
you
like
know,
a wonderful lady.
oh, yeah, she's
I would love to meet
she's
this
she is
Chancellor.
amazing.
No.
But I just thought you should know the real truth. I mean, there's a lot of stories and tales going on, you know, that tell the Hell Riders fled and, you know,
Now,
all of our
so
leaders give up on us. But
what do I know of Van Thamper? Like, what do
uh,
I probably would have, well, or can I make a roll? Obviously, even before this, they were like a prominent name of somewhat Baldur's Gate, even before the El Terrell, you know. And then this, do I know anything about that? Would I think that's, you know, honest truth, or do I know anything?
I would say you could make a roll.
Like a history, maybe?
Probably history, yeah.
Okay.
You can make it at advantage because you have been traveling for the last year, and I mean that would be.
Yeah, it sounds all right. Yeah, she's been around. She knows. That makes sense, I suppose. I can't argue with that. I don't have any information otherwise.
Yeah, with that, I mean, you really would just know kind of, especially the last year, what's being told. In the last year, a little bit you did hear was that the leader of El Terrell was a hero. You did hear the name Van Thamper. You wasn't for sure, you know,
I
exactly.
thought she was in Baldur's Gate.
She was. But El Terrell's like the sister city of Baldur's Gate, which means she's just extending her well, she took advantage of that and extended her power.
Yeah, you guys obviously don't know, but yeah, there's out of game, yeah, there was some.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see what's going on here. Bastion knows, like, yeah, she seems to be a somewhat just ruler. She's been around for a while. Well, that's impressive. I appreciate the history lesson.
I didn't mean to intrude. I like for, you know, especially newcomers to know the truth and, you know, of our heroic leaders.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you. And she just kind of walks out.
Well, there you go then. There's your truth.
History was written by those who have hung heroes.
Exactly. Yep.
History was written by the victors.
Yep.
I'm still around.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going to. With that, I'm going to go upstairs, get ready, and come back, and then go try to find Hobart. I suppose, or at Lord Tamarin.
I will. I'll stay in the sort of main area, and I'll like, occasionally probably like give side glances towards both of them, but mostly interested in the shiny bucket man, who occasionally I'll ask questions like, hard to move?
I just kind of look down at him. Not really.
Can't move in this damn thing.
Yeah.
You are very tiny.
You big. Very big.
Come quite an advantage lately. Just staring at you.
Yeah. Shabaran will kind of just be like staring at you sort of as well, his eyes vaguely like yellowy, and then he'll just like you'll see his gloved hands like slowly reach out and just like probably against if we're sitting at the table, it would still probably be against like your like leg. I don't know how like you sitting must be towering over like his head just
I'm standing.
Okay, yeah. Then like if we're standing by each other, he would just like reach over and then like knock on your leg. Sturdy.
Okay then.
Ooh. It's like no heart, no heart.
Yeah.
Man.
Your eyes are a little yellow. Are
Yeah.
you jaundiced or are you just...
Curse. Rude ask.
Drinks too much.
Yeah.
Fair play,
oh, no, I'm not
alcoholic.
down there. Well, I might don't know how long it takes me.
Yeah.
I take my
he would
time.
just say, yeah, hey, curse. Bastion man, say curse. Rah.
So be it.
Rah. You know giant?
Do I know giant? I have not
Are-
met
are-
any giants,
You big.
and you are very small.
You are. Then
You
again,
are
you
very
are
small.
very small.
I'm thinking the same thing. It's
Oh,
like a
thinking
tree
the same
being
thing.
talking to halflings.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I come back down, and I suppose we'll go looking for Hobart.
Okay, well, El Terrell is fairly large.
Mm. Yeah. I guess we
I
never
asked one of
really.
the homeless, one of the, I'm sure, homeless vagrants
Mm.
on the ground. Try to use my knowledge of the streets to find somebody who I can, I recognize the despondent.
You are
Downtrodden.
homeless.
Yeah, you homeless there. I'm not homeless. I own a home. Well, you're dirty.
Must be royalty. What makes you say that? He's not covered in shit.
He's got shit all over him. I ask him, ask around, where can I find Lord Tamarin's house?
So the town is very busy. A lot of going on. I mean, it's large. A lot of still a lot of rebuilding going on. There's shops, open air markets, stuff set up all over the place. People going to and fro. You do notice that there is a lot of guards, the Hell Riders. They seem to be on, almost every corner. There's usually at least 3 of them together. They patrol, looks like every inch of the city. They don't seem to be, necessarily, they're not thuggish or anything like that, but their presence is
Strong.
strong, and it seems like people just, they're used to it. I mean, they're just going about their business. So yeah, you stop. There's a guy. He looks like maybe somebody that works for a merchant, just a younger kid. He's hustling by, and you kind of wave him down.
Look, I'm new to town here, and I'm looking for Lord Tarman. Sam.
Oh yes. The gym merchant. Yeah, my
Merchant.
master does business with him. He is in the high ward,
Excellent. Thank
which
you.
is in the north edge of town. You must be new to El Terrell.
I am. I slip him 2 copper
Yeah,
pieces.
if you go to the if you follow the main road, it will take you to the high ward, and,
Okay.
and obviously the guards will be there.
Mm.
Can't just walk into the high ward; it is kind of separated. They could,
Okay.
I'm sure if you have legitimate business there, they could direct you to Lord Tarman's abode.
Excellent. I appreciate it. Go there. All right. Look, they're gonna ask questions about you, big boy. As soon as we walk away, that's gonna be.
Luckily, vicariously through you, we do all have business with Lord Tarman. So.
We certainly do. I'm just saying. Let us go. Yes, we obviously are the band that saved Hobart, and he is expecting us. They will have no doubt heard. Perhaps, I don't know, but that's our business. It's not live.
Never heard of you.
Yeah, that hurts. That stings.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna go up towards there. I'll walk up towards the guards.
Okay.
Towards the high ward. Is that what you said?
Yeah, you make your way through town. I mean, and you can see. I would say you're just by guessing. You're thinking that there's probably at least 50% of the city is either been rebuilt or in the process of being rebuilt. It is very. there's a lot of new construction, a lot of deconstructions still going on, wagons, horses, teams dragging stone, building materials throughout. You see all kinds of construction crews. It's something that you usually don't, you're not used to seeing it on this scale anyway.
Ah,
So there's a lot of money being spent, a lot of going on. There's, you probably know, that there's a lot of strangers in town because, there's just a lot of work crews going on.
boom down.
All right. Well, I'm gonna walk up to the guards. I'm assuming they're gonna. You have to kind of and engage with them. You can't just walk by them, I'd imagine.
Right. Yeah, there's actually kind of a gateway that leads into it, and they stop you. What business do you have in the High Ward?
Hi, greetings.
Greetings.
I am Bastion Black, thespian and playwright, and part-time adventurer. These are my companions. We have business with Lord Tamarin. We came upon his nephew in dire need the other day, and through skill of arm and wit, we had saved his life. And we're here, as he said, we had work for us, and he would like to show his gratitude.
Let's see. Did he give you any type of notice or anything so that?
Well, it was late
Not
last
that I'm
night.
doubting your word. I remember there is a lot of construction going on, a lot of new people in town, and unfortunately, with this type of influx of people, there are some ne'er-do-wells.
Certainly. But as you can see, we are not the type sticking to the shadows or hiding. We are a simple group of traveling group. So, like I said, it was late last night. Perhaps one of the other guards here had spoken to him. But I can assure you that we have business here.
But that's fine. I can have one of my men lead you to Lord Tarman's keep, or this keep's not the right word, but Lord Tarman's villa.
Perfect. No, absolutely. That'd be great. It'd be good to have a guard or a guide.
Not that I don't, doubt who you are or anything, but
No, it would be great.
this is the. Okay, hang on just a second here, and let me get one of the corporals, and we'll get you on your way. He actually goes over and he talks to a couple of the other guys, and you see one of the guys kind of walks back into there's a little guard room, looks like, in there. Comes back out, and there's this young guy, or youngish looking guard. He says, "Follow me, sirs."
Of course. Follow along.
So he leads you through the High Ward, and you do know here that it looks like most of the construction is probably being done already. I mean, there's finishing touches. You see some people working on gardens and things like that, but the High Ward there's a very marked difference between this and the lower section of the city, as far as just the type of buildings and the grandeur.
How many people, other than the Hell Riders, and you said that their presence is fairly heavy, how many of the normal other folk seem to be either like adventurers or armed in any way, or are they all just citizenry?
Most of what you've seen on your way here was just either work crews, guards, or just merchants, farmers bringing their wares in. You haven't seen any adventuring bands. Most people look like the ones that you passed anyway. Looks like you would think, okay, they live here in the city. They have business. They're going to and fro.
And what's the general mood of the city, other than the hustle and bustle? Are they like just downtrodden, or are they like, let's
Let's
are they hopeful?
rebuild.
Yeah, let's rebuild. We're hopeful for the future, or are they like, fuck?
Make a perception check. I think perception, right?
That might be more insight in that case. Perception would be actually catching, like, I want to perceive something physical or hear something or smell something. And the insight's like, I think of more of like interpreting the thing you see.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Do an insight.
Ooh, I got bonuses on perception.
Sorry, yeah. Perception would be like, I'm going to find I want to try to see someone's particular,
Gotcha.
facial expression.
And
You really don't know. I mean, it seems like you don't see anyone that appears downtrodden. Everyone seems busy, a lot of work. You don't see any. One thing, I don't know if, I guess maybe you would have noticed since you have been traveling the realms for the last year. You didn't see any beggars in the street. You didn't see anybody, on the corner. And that's something you'll see even in, especially the larger cities. There's usually a presence of, at least some beggars. A lot of cities have, the Beggars Guild, but you don't see that here. Everyone seems to be employed. You did pass a couple of notice boards. I guess I should have told you that before you got there. That looks like, it's been set up for different types of work that's being needed, or people wanting to hire different types of
Interesting.
people.
I immediately
Yeah.
thought
I
of
don't. Yeah, I mean,
so
I didn't tell. I mean, you could have stopped and looked. I guess I should have told you that earlier. But
any kind of like group of people that would fit our description, or are they like, oh hell, look at that, I got one right there.
And if you really want to look, I can show you if you want to see anything. So you would have saw there's probably 6 on there. So you would see this one.
Shillings. It pays in shillings.
Pays in shillings.
I'm just going to go ahead and there's like 6 of them. I'll show you, and you can just look at them.
Yeah.
Glad Silver Sword, King of Coromir.
That's a story unto itself.
Well, he's in trouble right now then, because Suzale's been destroyed by the.
That's there's a whole story on how that happened. Yeah, it's pretty. If I do say so myself, it's pretty cool. Suzale was destroyed. Symbians.
Someone in need of an expert in locks.
I'm quite good actually with locks. So
recently discovered ruins.
I do like a good ruins. I do like a good ruins.
I like a lot of these. Well, I was gonna say, like, I take all the ones of like your
just take them all off.
Yeah, I take them all off.
That's funny. But 1 shilling, yeah, that's what is a shilling? Gold? Or no?
Silver, what?
Which one was that?
There's a couple of them that say they're paying shillings.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think I had shillings on there.
Yeah.
I guess that's funny. Like the day laborers was 1 gold piece per whack. Did you get that one?
I don't see day.
Are we looking at different ones? Well, yeah, I don't know. I see like a one. I'm looking at the one poster.
Looking for day workers to ferry building stones from quarry to the high district. Wagons provided. Pay will be 1 gold per wagon load.
Yeah, if you're looking at the main board, that doesn't have the real ones on it.
Oh,
Ones
shit.
that sorry. Yeah,
I was like, oh man, yeah, okay.
No, the ones I handed out after that, but actually what was on the board.
Oh, I
didn't
see.
that,
Got
that
it.
board.
Gotcha.
That board was just something I picked up off the internet.
Oh damn, I was,
Got
I
it.
was like, okay, so we
Yeah,
gotta.
I'd be like,
We'll find him here.
Totally drawn to that one about
That
Vlad.
Oh,
one
I
was
see.
on
I
there.
see. Okay, I thought this was all just. Yeah, now I got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
yeah,
I was looking at the notice board. I was like, what's a
expert
shilling?
lots,
Okay.
Completely legitimate. Some barrel may be involved.
Here's one from Samdrag Tarman. Merchant seeks caravan master, cartographer, navigator, and experienced men-at-arms for a trade expedition. Length of job unknown, minimum 6 weeks. Top pay for the right persons. Contact Samdrag Tarman.
All right, guys. Well, Oh, that's Samdrag. Yeah, that's the one. Yep. It looks like I'm going to. All right, I'm taking on this caravan master job, guys. Sorry. Just going. I'll make a new character now.
We seen you.
6 weeks of good pay, of solid guaranteed pay.
Oh, hey, if you guys see any rats, kill them and
Yeah.
take their bodies.
Copper piece apiece. So for me, I'm looking. If we're gonna, we can not even go see Hobart. We can just take one of these guys. We can go find Hobart later. I either think we need to go looking for discreet help with the lock or the ruins. If we're looking for gold and treasure, which is what I guess technically we were here to help people, but
Well, we could take take these 6 or 7 notices, and then go talk to your benefactor, and maybe the help he needs might be around one of these, and we can complete 2 in 1.
which one are you talking about? The
Well, we need to talk to the guy, to your
Samson?
benefactor.
Sam Drag? Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a strong word. I don't know too much about him. I don't want to hitch my wagon to him too yet. Turns out he's a terrible slaver.
You can go and talk to him, and then take these notices.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll take the notices. We'll take the notices, especially I think the discreet help, the Cormir, and the ruins. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna do a 6-week navigation
Stint.
trip. I mean, length of job unknown, minimum of 6 weeks. It's a big investment, my time.
You don't seem to be wanting to hitch your wagon to many.
I just want to. We have options. I don't want to get to.
It's like
I'd like travel.
huge quest book, and you're like, oh no.
Well, I just want to. You start concentric circles, working your way out, killing rats the whole time.
But yeah, I take the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I take all 7. Wrap them
roll
up,
those up.
roll them up, and then we
right.
can continue on our way.
Yeah, we'll go to Sam Drag. We might as well
Yeah.
check on Hobart.
Okay. Yeah, he takes you about 5 minutes to get. You see, he leads you to this pretty impressive villa. I mean, it's not the biggest one, that's in the High Ward, but it is pretty impressive. It looks new, quarried stone. He walks up to the door, knocks on the door, and this guy answers, "Yes, can I help you?" These gentlemen here say they have business with Lord Tarman. I just wanted to make sure that it was legitimate, so before I left. The guy looks over at you guys and kind of gives you that, up and down look and that little like kind of sneer, like. And what business do you gentlemen have with Lord Tarman?
Well, we saved his nephew. We know Hobart. We are just coming to check on Hobart and to basically check on Hobart and
you are the and he says the word a little different. You're the gentleman that saved Lord Hobart. I see. Yes. Well, come in. Yes. Thank you for your help. He waves the guard away, opens the door, step into this large foyer, and very nice. It's not glitzy, as far as just, being looking expensive just to look expensive, but it has, oak, teak, nice candelabras, furniture. I mean, it's very definitely a noble's or a lord's home, but it's not ostentatious. It's usable. Yeah, if you wait right here, I will get my lord.
I
like the Liam and secret chat down there.
The what?
Liam and secret chat below our chat.
Oh yeah. We are going, or I'm gonna walk around, look at his paintings or his stuff, and like,
right,
see what notice anything. I'm not grabbing things, but I'm.
Like I said, once again, you notice everything in here is probably expensive, but it's not just gilded. It's not just made to. It doesn't look like it was made to impress somebody. It looks like someone that just enjoys the things, that he has.
Yeah.
Everything's got a purpose. They're not just kind of thrown together.
But yeah, it's not. You see the things that he's got is not. Yeah, exactly. It's not. It doesn't even look like someone just. When you hire someone to come in and make everything look real fancy. It's just pieces that he's probably he liked and he just picked them up. But especially Sebastian would know that this is expensive. I mean, there's nothing here that's
What kind
cheap.
of room is this? Is this I don't know why I'm pictured it. I don't know what kind of you tell me what kind of room it is, I guess. Is it like a writing room? Is it like a entry foyer? Is it
It's
like
it's like an entryway, and then off to the left would be like what would be a sitting room.
and there's okay. Yeah.
There's a set of stairs directly in front of you going up, and that's where the manservant went. Straight ahead beside the stairs is a hallway going down. Looks like maybe it leads back into, probably the kitchen area. To the right is, you see the doors just open just a little, and there's probably a library.
Ooh, I
See
slip
a lot
in
of
there real
bookshelves
quick.
on the wall.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, ooh, look.
I just peer in there. Is there like a cigar case or anything like that? Or wine?
You see over on his desk, or not his desk, you see this small like table that holds various decanters or wine,
Yeah.
liqueurs. And there probably, there would be a box probably there with that would be open with cigars.
Well, Samjin, I look around. Don't mind if I do. I pop a little bit of the scotch into a drink, grab one of those cigars, walk back over there.
How tall are the ceilings?
I would say this ceiling here is vaulted where the stairs go up.
Yeah.
So it's probably a good 20 foot up. The ceilings in the library and the sitting room are probably 10, 11 foot. I would say 10 foot.
I would like to make a point that you would notice about Bastion too when he did that is, if this tells you anything about him, what you notice is that he went to the most expensive scotch, he poured it into the right glass, he sloshed it and sniffed it, but then he shot it like it was a shot. You know what I mean? Like, so whatever you take,
And then disregard it.
yeah, like, well, you know what I mean? Like
He knows how to look.
Yeah.
He knows what it's supposed to look like, but
Yeah.
not necessarily what you're supposed to do. If you
Yeah,
actually
and when it
enjoy
comes down to it, he kind of wants that, like, what he wants from that alcohol is the buzz, right? Like, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's not.
The flavor of it.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Got a good oaky aftertaste.
Got a good oaky afterbirth. You ever seen that on
yeah.
The Office?
So after about 5 minutes, you see Sam Drag come down the stairs. And this is, you guys that don't know what he looks like, this is what he looks like.
That is a badass staff.
From a horn of some creature he killed in his younger
Yeah.
days. There's no doubt about that. He's like,
my friends. I see you've made some friends. Welcome.
welcome. If you don't mind,
I see you, Bastion. You've made yourself.
I was just, yeah. If you don't, a man with such taste would understand that I couldn't help myself.
No, absolutely. You saved my nephew, my only kin. And actually, he steps into the library. Now, follow me. And he tells, he looks at the manservant. Carmen, I'll take care of this. Go about your business. So he steps over and he's, can I offer you guys a drink, perhaps?
Yes, I'll have some wine.
Anyone else? He pours. He picks up a big, crystal decanter and pours out a
I
wine.
pass on that, but I light up my pipe.
Let's see. Trabarn will kind of look over at us and be like, "Yeah, one drink."
You reach over and he the wine?
Yeah.
Pours you a glass of wine, hands it to you and Sebastian. And your friends, I don't think I've had the pleasure.
This is Rygar and Kogan.
Rygar. Kogan. Well met.
Well
Brings
met.
you to our fair city.
Apparently, good fortune.
This is a city on the rise. Make no mistake. There's a lot of work going on. Enterprising young men can definitely make their way.
Tombstone.
Have
Get a
racetrack.
Pharaoh game going.
That's my
Sitting in my
plan.
seat.
Well, I just wanted to stop by,
Bob Thornton.
check on Hobart, and make sure everything was okay. We saw that you were looking for some work, though we weren't sure if we were quite ready to commit to a minimum of 6 weeks. But we had.
Oh, you saw my notice.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I am setting up a trade route with the Moonshays.
Really?
And there's not very many traders that will make their way across the water to trade with the Moonshades. That's a market that I'm itching to sink my teeth into. And yes, I am looking for some certain individuals to help me establish that trade route, make the first overtures to the High King.
Mm.
Or no, I'm sorry, I believe it's High Queen now. But
well, how
we
soon are you thinking?
could certainly discuss that if you wanted. But yes, the reason I mean it's at least a 3-week voyage there and back. That's with good weather.
And when are you trying to undertake this? Is this something you're trying to undertake soon, very soon, or is there some time?
Well, I've actually been working. I've got a cartographer hired, and I have the ship and the navigator. So I'm just looking to fill those last few spots, and I'm getting. That's actually what Hobart's working on now. He's getting all of our trade goods together down in our warehouse, and he won't be going, of course. He's been through quite an ordeal. I want to teach him the ins and outs of my dealings. Hopefully, one day he can take over for me.
Yes.
Hmm.
Well, that is quite something to think about. I am interested in these ruins, I whisper over, and perhaps even the lock, but
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't. That's yeah. I would gladly, if you guys are interested, we can discuss it. But don't feel
well, we
this
are
is a
interested.
major undertaking. I mean, I would want someone that was dedicated, to the enterprise.
Certainly.
Hmm.
What would be the pay of this mission quest thing?
Well, it would depend on obviously the job that you were interested in. Excuse me, and also there would be a standard pay for your time. Plus, I would be looking to give you a percentage of what was made. I mean, that would kind of invest you into.
Well, it sounds good. We're definitely gonna discuss it.
The main thing I'm looking for now is just a brave experience, men at arms, guards, whatever you want to, someone that
That's us.
Mm-hmm.
That's
can help
us.
protect my investment.
I have 2 arms. I was born with them. I'm going to. All right. Well, what do you guys say? You want to go ask around, and go see what these runes are about, and then, or do you just want to just sign up and get on the boat?
So Torbrand will kind of just with the wine just like shot it the way that Bastion shot his whiskey. Like probably some will like be dripping over his face and beard as a result of it. And he'll just be like, not sure about boat, but meh.
Silent wisdom, as always, Torbrand. I don't know about
You're
boat.
the
That's
wise
exactly how
man.
I feel, though. I don't know about boat. That's in the simplest terms. That's my only reservation is I don't know. Maybe boats are cool, but they're also dangerous. I don't have a ton of experience sailing, though.
Know of boats.
I don't know about boat.
Yeah.
Sea. In fact, I've never seen the sea, but
Yeah, I've never actually got. I'm terrified of water, and I get very motion sick very easy.
So the job that you are prospecting is to simply go there and then we escort someone and they do the communications with your client, or are we the ones that would be communicating with the client?
Well, no, I have men that's worked for me for years
I have a
that will be
question.
doing the actual trading.
Are you looking at investors still? Are you still looking for investors to actually put money into a chunk of money and then get an investment back in the long term?
I don't know about investors, but I mean, you gentlemen have, obviously saved my nephew. So I mean, if you were to want to invest in some goods to send
Yeah,
with
exactly.
this
Yeah.
enterprise, then yes, absolutely, you could send them. I would take them with with no charge, and possibility of making a lot of gold.
Yep.
For
All
the
right. I
right
like the sound of
supplies.
that. Here's what we need to do. We need to get a little cash in our pocket so we can get a good deal on some goods. Either high discount or perhaps the old 5-finger. No, I'm just joking. No, but and then let's.
Unless you want to.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting paid anyways. Let's make some money on this. Yeah, and take our own little ship, our own goods to some degree.
So with what you're suggesting, we could go do maybe look at the ruins
Yes.
or something else.
Make
like
some
the way
money at
you
the very
think.
least. Make some money and buy some
Yes.
get a good deal on something and buy that, or perhaps find something we can also sell, or make a. I don't know. That sounds like a good plan. Come back here, load up, become tycoons. I say. We
When
run
is
in the
your
moon
villa?
seas.
When is the expedition supposed to set off?
I'm hoping to sail within 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We shall return.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, I look forward to hearing from you. And I'm sorry Hobart missed you, but I will definitely let him know that you checked in on him. And he speaks of you quite highly, of your
He
bravery
was-
and your
Should have seen that shot he made
daring.
with his bow.
Mm-hmm.
After I had violently and valiantly taken an arrow to the chest, Hobart put an arrow in that creature's throat. So yeah, you should be proud of him. All right,
Good,
we
good.
will go to Volton Chapman. Have you ever heard of this man?
Alton Chapman. I don't think I'm not familiar. Like I said, there's a lot of new people since return. So I don't believe I've had the honor of meeting the gentleman, but
Very well, thank you. We are gonna head out.
yeah. Oh well, yeah. Anytime you're more than welcome here.
Do you have perhaps some way to get past the guards? Seem to be on high alert.
Yeah, he actually what he does is he goes and he walks over to his desk, gets a sheet of parchment, writes some stuff on it, takes his ring off, gets some wax, makes a little seal on it, and he gives you basically what is will allow you to kind of come and go to his villa.
Perfect.
As long as whoever is holding this shouldn't have any problem with the guards. Should be able to show it to the guards at the high tower or at the high ward.
Do we have
Perfect.
like a
Just
party
proceed.
loot?
Yep, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, we have one right over here.
I was just gonna say I add like writ of passage.
Yeah, that's what I just did.
Oh, perfect. Yep. Writ of passage is literally what it says.
Yeah.
So funny.
I know. Perfect. Okay, we will. Perfect. We
good.
have a free pass to do anything.
Well, good luck, and if you do decide to send some goods, just remember I really would like to sell in 2 weeks. So
Okay. Let's go try to find Volton Chapman.
Alton Chapman. Okay.
Ask around. I guess ask the guards.
So you go back. You're going back to the guards back to the dock.
I don't know. We're in the
Lower
high
city.
ward right now. We're gonna walk around
Right.
if we want. What's up here? All right, we're getting distracted.
It's mainly like what
Villas and things
what
like that.
Carmen has villas. Yeah, this is more. You don't see any shops or anything like that. I mean, from the part you're at, I mean, it is huge. It's almost as large as the lower section of the city. So
Okay. We'll go back. Yeah, I'll ask the guards. Business has completed with the Lord Tarman, and I was wondering if you've heard of a man by the name of Chapman, Volton Chapman.
Chapman.
We're looking for this man.
I don't. Sergeant. So the guy. Do you know Volton? What is
Chapman.
he? Chapman. Chapman. Is he like a
I show him
a
the
merchant?
I show him the Venturers Wanted poster.
Oh, I see. I think this is actually from the Mercenary Guild. If you go to the Black Swan Mercenary Guild,
Black Swan.
I'm sure they can set you in. You know why it should have been on. Usually they'll have something that identifies this as a mercenary
Does it
guild
smell like
contract.
pee? Do I think they're using invisible ink? I smell urine. I put a little fire below it. No. All right, we'll go to the Black Swan. Thank you, as always.
Where's the Black Swan?
Yeah. By the way, yeah.
It is over. It is actually the Black Swan the Mercenary Guild has a large I'll use the word encampment, but by the Western Gate. You can't miss it.
To the Western Gate.
They have a practice yard and everything set up.
Okay, we'll go there. Black Swan.
Making our way downtown.
Yep. Give him the old Black Swan salute. Like, what is that guy doing? Pretty sure I saw that somewhere.
So you make your way, once again, everything is where you see either new buildings or construction going on, all kinds of wagons being to and fro, carrying all manner of goods, building materials. A lot of open air markets has kind of sprung up, places set up on different corners. Things are, almost anything you can think of is being sold.
Okay. Do we see anybody?
Yeah.
Once we get a trade route, we can parlay that leverage into a small little fiefdom in Cormyr. We got ourselves a plan. We'll have an upper hand. We'll already have the sea. We'll already have a route, trade route. My God. It's not really what I want. Just want to make some money.
Money.
I want to be friends with some kings. I want to be a king.
Whoa.
It's a pretty nifty place to be.
Ooh, I
All
see
this
halberds
stuff's
and
free?
pikes.
No.
It's free for the taking.
Yep, I start grabbing swords. We know what we're gonna sell. The moon.
Yeah.
When I walk in, if I see anybody, I immediately flag them down. Excuse me, I'm looking for Volton Chapman. We're here about some work that needs to be done. Look, we need to come across as some experienced mercenaries and adventurers, okay? So I'm gonna say some things. This may shock you. That may not be true. Just need you to
just roll with it.
roll with it.
That's entirely fictional, little man.
Yeah, none of it's going to be an outright lie. Mostly going to be embellishments and omissions. But
I think once we're outside of the area as well, like while walking over at some point, let's see here, Drobnar is going to kind of look towards Kogan and just like, kind of like slow down from the group for a moment and then make a running start towards it and try and climb up Krogan so he's like sitting on his shoulder.
Grogu
No
style.
notice. Nobody is. I am not going to tell anybody I'm doing this at all. And so yeah, just that's a thing that's happening, and I don't know what else.
What I need to do to facilitate that, but is happening.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm going to attempt to climb up Kogan with a running start.
Make an athletics check.
Alrighty.
Trips. One trips, hits his head. Oh,
Yeah.
Trobran.
Let's-
Ooh, it's pretty good.
17 plus 3, 20.
23, yeah, or 20, yeah, that's pretty good.
But yeah, you guys are just kind of standing there, and all of a sudden you see, out of nowhere with no prior warning, Trobran just kind of puts his head down a little bit and just takes off running, grabs the back of Kogan's knee, slings his leg kind of up on this little flip. So his foot is up kind of on his hip, vaults up to the top of his shoulder. It's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at him, you're thinking, he looks really clumsy and, but it's actually pretty cool the way he done it. It all happened really quick. Kogan, you didn't even have a whole lot of time you're just standing there, and all of a sudden, boom, you feel this weight on you. Next thing you know, this little guy you just met sitting up there on your shoulder.
I take the pipe out of my pipe stem out of my visor, and I kind of just hold it up over my shoulder.
Yeah, I'll grab it, and then immediately cough a lot.
All right.
I take it back out and put it back through my visor.
I'm glad to see everybody getting along. It's nice.
I keep walking. It doesn't really bother me at all.
These two are, yeah. Good.
Good.
All right. Doesn't surprise me in the slightest. And he knew our ways as if he was born to them. It's like he's some special guy.
Got a still suit on.
Yeah. He knew our ways as if he was born to them. He's the
Okay, yeah, you guys, you make your way, and there's actually like an encampment kind of there, and you see there is see a couple practice yards, circles made up where they're for you imagine different types of combat. You see a small archery range set up, and then there's a huge hall. The doors are wide open, double doors, and it leads into this hall that you've just seen. And coming towards you as you make your way to the door is a dwarf.
Hey!
It looks like he's been having a pretty good time.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
friend. I pull out my wineskin. Huzzah!
Ah,
What are we celebrating?
here's your recruits. Welcome to the Black Swan Mercenary Guild. I'm Torlin.
Greetings, Torlin. I think, though, perhaps you
Can I offer you a drink?
you may. What is he drinking on?
Well, he's got 2 cups in his hand. He got, like I said, you see that bottle stuck down in his pocket, and he looks at his glasses, and he starts to take a drink of the left, and he gives you the one out of the right. There you go.
Yeah, I drink it.
You notice he's probably a little inebriated.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I'm
Kind of
looking,
mid-morning, and he's already kind of 3 sheets to the wind.
well, friend, I'm looking for Volton Chapman.
Oh, you must be here about the notice.
I am. We are.
Oh, well,
As it
that's
were.
adventurers, huh? That's my kind of.
That's right. We've delved to many a
Nope.
dungeon in our time.
That's what we're looking for, yes, sir.
Well,
So, would you be interested in joining the Black Swan Mercenary Guild, or are you
we're
just
more
here on a
independent contract.
freelance?
Yeah, more independent contractors.
Oh, no, we have a lot to offer. You don't. We can, we have healers, we have trainers.
Those are all good things.
It's not just it's all about the dues.
Right. Yeah, but there are dues. So, well, we may talk about that later. But as for now, we are just freelance dungeon delvers. We hear about a job.
Well, then let me think. Give me just a second. He walks back toward the back there a little bit. Rifles through. Oh yes, Volton Chapman. Yes. He kind of sets his drink down, sloshes a little bit on his parchment. He's getting ready to draw on. He writes out a couple words, a couple sentences, and he gives you this little rough drawn map. Mr. Chapman, we haven't been able to fill this contract yet, but if you take this over, this will show him that you have talked with us, and said, think about the guild, though. It's
Will
can come in
do.
handy having
Will
some
do.
place to call home and someone that cares and is willing to heal your body and possibly notify your next of kin if it doesn't go well.
Fair thing. It's a fair thing. But I'll be dead and wouldn't care at that point. So.
Oh, but your kin may care. I know what happened to you.
Yeah. I think they wouldn't. I don't think it'll matter. We appreciate it though. As I head out, well, let's go. We follow his drunken map to Bolton Chapman.
Bolton Chapman.
Find you eventually, you son of a gun. Chapman, he's on a walk out in the woods. Damn it! Let me.
He's already in the ruins, deep in the heart.
Okay,
Yeah.
now this has become a rescue mission. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, come on now. Gonna set in my lap. So you actually have to make your way kind of toward the center of town. And you actually come to a looks like maybe one of the older homes that hadn't been rebuilt, but has had some work done to it. Looks like maybe a new roof. It's not very large. It's not probably from the outside you look think maybe 3 or 4 rooms, single dwelling or a single story. Doesn't look like the guy has, you would say by the home, you'd say, okay, the guy's probably lower middle class. He doesn't have a lot of money.
An old map his grandpa left him open to me.
Just by looking at his home, yeah,
I'll go up there and knock on the door.
this this small older dwarven man answers the door.
Bolton Chapman?
Yes, I am Bolton Chapman. Do I know you?
You don't. My name is Bastian Black. I'm here because of this notice.
Bastian, glad to meet you. He sticks his hand out, oh wait, hang on. He puts his quill in his pocket, in his little pouch there, and I'm Bolton Chapman. Well met.
Shake his hand. Yeah, we're here about the notice you put on. A little tidbit, a little advice. Perhaps put a map to where to come next time you.
Oh, I see. Well,
I like that.
I guess I should.
I like
So
that.
you're here about the ruins.
I am. I would like to say I like that outfit you're wearing. It's a slick
Well, thank you.
jacket.
Very utilitarian.
Yeah, no, it's quite nifty. We'll have to talk about your tailor afterwards because that is cool.
Well, if you're interested in follow me. He opens the door and you see it comes in this small living area and sparse, but it's clean. It's mainly filled with parchment. There's 3 tables. There's a small bookshelf. It's a little cluttered. There's parchment laying everywhere. It looks like he's probably working on 4 or 5 different things at one time.
How high is the ceiling?
It's probably 7 foot.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean it's not a big home at all. I mean, it's not a dwarf. It's not made for dwarves, but it's these are not villas. So
I'd almost have to crouch.
yeah. Well, come in. So adventurers, I take it then if you've answered my advertisement.
Yep, experienced adventurers.
So what kind of experience do you have?
Well,
Tell me about your last.
Have you ever heard?
I don't want to send someone to their death. I don't.
Of course.
I had a farmhand come in the other day and wanted, and this guy's fresh off the farm, and I didn't want to send him to his death. I don't necessarily know that it's dangerous, but anytime you go exploring forgotten ruins,
it can be
can
dangerous. Have you ever heard
dangerous.
of Evening Star?
Well, I vaguely I have in some of my readings.
Nearby, there's a ruins, a haunted halls. At one point, we of course traveled through that, figured out its many riddles and traps, and that's what got us here. That's the money we made. Travel here and supply ourselves. It's where we became good companions.
See. And
Mm.
so what did you find in those ruins? What kind of, I mean, were they elven, turned out to be elven ruins? What?
So the treasure really lied, and we found some monetary gains, but the treasure really lied in a uh, kind of a proof of rulership for the local area that ended up being quite beneficial to certain individuals, kind of a lineage thing that we ended up kind of parlaying into values for us. But though to us it wasn't worth anything, it wasn't gems, it was just papers and writs. But it became quite valuable as it proved the lineage long forgotten.
Oh, I see. So yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
But the ruins themselves, were were you able to tell anything about the ruins as far as uh, where they were, who they were, who lived there, who made them, how old they were, that type of thing?
They were ancient, elven make.
Hmm.
Kogan, what's your take on this one? You remember you had that different. It was Elven, right? That's what you remember seeing Elven.
Well, it was a velvet make, but of more like a early elven.
Old ancient Elven. That's a good way to say. Yes. And
See.
Elven of antiquity.
Sounds about right to me.
Deceptive laugh or cough. Deceptive cough. Don't say it. Just do it.
Yeah.
So there were elven ruins then. So you do have some experience in. I'm not sending. It's not your first adventure,
Of course
the
not.
first ruins you delve. So no, I would just feel a little guilty,
Of
if I
course.
sent someone to their death that didn't have the correct experience for this type of undertaking.
No. We've been around.
Need people of intelligence on these sort of things.
Right. Of course. Well, we're overflowing with such attributes.
Well,
Slowly look over at Torbind.
I've actually came across a story of an ancient, I don't know ancient, but story of a civilization that thrived near here thousands of years ago. So that piqued my interest, and for the last 2 years, I've been trying to find more information about it. It seems to be whatever happened, they didn't leave very many clues, very many writings. But I was able to procure, finally, after 2 years, I was able to procure what I feel is evidence of the actual civilization. And I've also come across a map that shows the location of one of their lost cities.
Hmm.
Now, I haven't, obviously, I haven't been to all of this map. So, I'm looking to hire some adventurers, but it would be, I would like to continue my research and to be able to actually prove that the civilization actually exists by physical proof, things from actual, maybe one of their cities, or I would imagine there's maybe not a lot left because this was actually, from what I can understand, this was after the fall of Netheril, but before the Crown Wars. So um, it's quite ancient.
What he just said, is that complete gibberish to me?
I mean, you kind of maybe get the
Speak your strange
gist of
elven
it.
tongue.
Well, because I'm not
Yeah,
necessarily from Toril, so it would
right.
be.
Yeah, you don't recognize the points he was making with as far as the timeline or anything.
Gotcha.
So what I'm looking for is actually for a group really just to follow this map. First off, verify that it is a map of that will lead you to the ruins or whatever's left of this civilization. And then if that is, which I hope is true, then maybe to investigate said ruins and bring back any proof, physical proof of its existence.
Excellent. Actually, sounds
How
how
far
far
away
away?
is this?
Well asked, Rygar.
From what my map tells me, I would say it's probably about a 6 or 7 day travel
Ooh.
from here.
Yep. There's no other way to increase. Is there a water travel? We can cut that down, or can we magically get around? Because
I would imagine maybe magically. I don't know. I mean, myself, I'm not very well versed in the magical arts, but maybe someone could. That's what adventurers do, right?
well, no doubt, right? We were just talking about time frame.
Yeah.
It was a couple days away. We gotta. I think we just gotta make a decision on which one, what we're gonna do, and
Well, I believe if everything goes swimmingly, if the map is in fact, genuine and takes 6 days to get there, 6 or 7 days, that gives us a handful of days to play around and come back, and we would still be able to make it in time. But if it takes us days just to find the location, then we would be pushing it.
yeah. I thought he said he wanted to leave in 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
It's 10-day weeks, right? Though
What?
I guess that's the main question.
Oh, is it 10-day weeks or is it a good question? Or is it 7-day weeks?
Yeah, it would be 10 days.
Oh, so that gives us 20 days. Gotcha. And he's saying it's 6 days.
Yeah.
In that case, it's doable. It gives us, yeah. I mean, it gives us,
Couple
in
days at
theory,
least.
almost a week if we had to spend there. Which I'm hoping we're not spending a week roaming through the the ruins if we've done something wrong. But and in that case, it could be done.
It would be well, Tarmine would not really be like me.
None of us have horses.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of terrain it was. Would horses be? Is it wooded? Is it? What's the main?
Yeah, does
terrain?
it bring us to like the hills or plains, or is it like mountains?
Rivers,
From
swamps?
no, it
Ugh,
would
swamps.
lead you. It looks like it would be on the southern edge of the Wood of Sharp Teeth, which is actually southwest of El Terrell.
You got a map behind him.
El Terrell, bam, Wood of Sharp Teeth. You said on which side?
South.
On the south,
Yeah, no.
Wood of
southeastern side.
And which way does that? Okay, would it be? Yeah,
He does actually have a map on the wall, and he's kind of pointing. I've tried to figure out a way to show you guys this map, and I ain't been able to figure it out. 'Cause it's too big for you to download to Roll20.
Right.
So
I'm gonna go grab my.
let's get horses. Can you provide horses? Can that be an investment you can make? Can you provide us with some simple riding horses?
You seem kind of.
Well, how much do you weigh, dude? I didn't even think about that. How much does this guy weigh?
360 pounds.
It's less than I expected, I
yeah,
guess. So that's not. I mean, it's ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. It's super heavy. I don't even know if a horse.
I mean, you guys
You would
wouldn't
need a
know
war
yet,
horse,
but he's not
essentially.
necessarily a block of metal. I mean, he's
Right, I got
well
you.
made.
Yeah.
So it's all kind of like almost like I wouldn't say elven plate, but I mean it's just because it's metal doesn't mean it's all
Right,
just
right. But 360 is still
big
really heavy. I don't
cast
know if a
iron.
horse is going to carry 360 for a long distance, unless we had like a caravan or something.
Well, you can give me like a draft horse. We
Yeah.
can get a draft
Well,
horse.
I can. I could provide you with a wagon. I mean, you'll
Yeah.
probably need something to bring back. Hopefully, some relics.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, well, wagon then. Then we'll take the job. Huzzah.
Huzzah! Great. So he goes over and he pulls out this little. Well, I don't take offense, but we just met. But I would like you to sign this contract. Because I am handing over a copy of the map, and
Right.
unscrupulous individuals could take it and just take everything they found and sell it and leave me
High and
holding the
dry.
bag, so to speak.
Yeah. I understand.
So it's just a simple contract that says, anything found in the ruins, you bring back to him. He has first pick of anything from the ruins. He will guarantee you 50 gold pieces just for the trip, and then either pay you the value of the relics that you find and that he decides to keep, or pay you in relics,
Perfect.
the things that you found.
Everything.
He's
yeah,
not necessarily interested like in magical items or
right.
anything.
He wants
He's more
like
interested in the stuff that would prove the existence of the civilization, where they were from, what they done, their day-to-day life,
Gotcha.
that kind of thing.
Excellent. We will look for maybe parchments, or if they don't have writings, we'll look for drawings, or maybe something along those
Or
lines.
even in their other artwork,
Artwork,
statues,
yeah, exactly,
or
yeah. Little
carvings.
little fertility statue.
Yep. Wonderful. So, get started right away.
I think so. What do you say?
I'm ready.
Sign my name with the stylized big B. Big B's.
Hey, Larry. With all of my stuff, I have it says under tools, calligrapher supplies, and then land vehicles.
Nice.
That is kind of. What does that mean?
I think that means handling that stuff, right? Let me see. Land vehicle.
Yeah, it would be like the
So I've got
ability
a
to deal
dice
with
set, calligrapher supplies, and then it says land vehicles.
yeah. It
You
would
get
be
to add
like
a
the ability
proficiency
to
bonus.
navigate it.
Yep.
Yeah. For
Cool.
a cart and horse, but you wouldn't necessarily be better at dealing with like the horse part aspect of it.
Right.
But
Yeah.
making sure that the cart would
But
be
I
able
know
to
how
like go where you
to
want.
actually teamster a
Yeah.
wagon.
Like-
Cool.
Interesting.
I have become useful.
I have become you. Well, yeah, and you should ride anyways. Yeah, so you'll sit in there. Perfect. We'll take the wagon. We'll load it up. I would like to get a couple of barrels of ale to put for the trip. It's a 2-week trip, total round trip, or not 2 weeks, 12 days.
Yeah, we should need
Provisions.
You should buy supplies and provisions.
Barrels of water.
Yeah.
A barrel of
Droban
undiluted
would
wine.
We need
definitely.
limes and lemons so we don't get scurvy.
How long do you think we're?
Only 2 weeks.
We need rum, lots of rum.
Yeah.
I'm always going.
Well, it's because
I'm
Bastion
gonna grab
keeps
a drink
drinking
and
all the rum.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and again, you see that he's a bit of a heavy drinker, and he's always smoking. He has these pre-rolled. He rolls himself or buys them. He has these pre-rolled smokes. He's always smoking. He burns the candle at both ends, as it were. So.
Well,
He's made Doc Holliday.
No. Droban would make sure that he has enough sort of like supplies for a reasonable set of travel for that. So I'm assuming just rations and little like camping things for that. He'd know how to do that, but I don't know if he would know how to do that for a party of 4. So he would just make sure that he does that. I'm not sure if I think I have enough.
How are you doing on
Rations.
funds, Rygar?
Got 10 gold.
You should be able to procure
Whatever you need.
some rations.
Yeah, make sure.
Yeah, I mean, you can get like if you've got depending on how much money you got, you get the standard iron rations, so to speak, if that's what you're looking for. Hardtack biscuits and if you're looking for anything else, if you want to buy like barrels of ale or something, then that's something it's gonna be a little.
Well, he mentioned we wanted to get a barrel of water and a barrel of ale.
Yeah, I mean, how big a barrel?
We're probably talking because we got a wagon, so we'll probably want like a pony keg type size barrel.
Water for the horse. The horses.
Water and
grain for the horses.
I mean, we got to get a horse to begin with, which is.
He's actually he's renting. He's actually renting a horse and wagon.
Oh, got it.
It's just like it's a plow horse, I mean, not a plow horse, but it's not really
like a Clydesdale, where it's not necessarily a riding horse, but it's a pull
Yeah, it's
horse.
not not as big as a Clydesdale, but yeah, right. It's a workhorse.
Like a draft. Yeah.
Got it.
Remember, a gallon of liquid is about 8 pounds. About whatever it's in.
But you said you wanted 1 or 2 barrels of ale.
Well, I just said, well, actually, the best way would be to take water, because we need water anyways, and undiluted wine, I think. Because then I could just dilute it 1-to-1 and not drink very much.
Good idea.
It's like, yeah, I know how to travel with alcohol.
Stretch my drink.
Yeah, I know how to stretch my drink.
Oh, how much wine do you want?
Like 1 gallon of one barrel, but not the. It doesn't have to be this. What are the like smaller barrels? But like like this big, not
Like
the
a pony size, or you want bigger?
yeah, like a pony keg size, I'd say, of undiluted.
Well, I mean,
wine.
like 8 gallon, 5 gallon, 25 gallon.
20 gallon at least.
Okay, 25 gallon.
Yeah.
That's a lot of wine.
That's it.
That's a big old. That's not a pony keg.
Yeah,
That's like
it
a
is. 'Cause
keg.
a 40 gallons like a normal keg, right?
A pony keg holds 60 beers. 60
Yeah.
beers.
Under pressure.
Pony keg is smaller. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would think it would be more like a keg, which is like a small, not a huge.
Yeah.
barrel,
So
but,
yeah,
you've
not a
seen
pony.
the-
Yeah, I was thinking like a pony keg in the old style, like the old, like a small barrel, which would be like a keg style now. Yeah.
So I mean, if you're wanting cheap wine or you want.
I don't know. I mean,
what
I
price
don't
it's
have a
like-
lot of money, so.
Okay, just so you know, a bottle of fine wine, pretty good wine, not the best, but not the cheapest. A bottle is probably going to run you about 5 gold. Now the cheaper wine, if you want, just the vinegar wine, then you can get that, for, probably 5 silver a bottle.
Right, but this we're just
So you
getting the
tell me
most
what kind of wine
undiluted.
you
What is that? Retinus or Retsina that Romans used to drink that you dilute? Like it was actually the I think the more expensive stuff is already diluted, is already like made in a certain way. I'm saying like that. That's how they used to. When you drank wine en masse, you would get that. It was
Well, most of the time, yeah, they didn't.
it was
they didn't
considered
bring water
unsavory.
because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
water
considered
could give you.
Right. No, what I'm saying with the wine though, it was considered unsavory to drink straight wine. It was usually a 3 or 4-to-1 dilution, and because they drank so much wine. But yeah, I get what you're saying. We might not be able to afford it. I'm pretty broke at the moment. That's why I'm doing this.
So I'm going to say you're going to get the cheaper wine, not the cheapest, but not the middle grade. And for a gallon of that is going to run you 1 gold. Now you can go
How
down.
much
or
money
up
you
from there.
boys got?
I'm
You have 10
I
gold?
don't wanna spend it all on wine.
buying- I'll be buying the provisions for the horse, the grain, the water.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna need a couple
Uh,
gold from Rygar.
He's
I
the,
think I'm
he's the
pitching what's
investor, as
needed.
it would turn out in this
Uh,
group.
What's cheaper? Would ale be cheaper than wine?
Well, yeah.
All right, we can get some ale, I suppose. Then what I'm gonna do is fill my wine skin up with undiluted wine.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Rygar, you mentioned that you are a brewer.
You can get a gallon of ale for 2 silver pieces.
Ooh, so we can get 5. We can get 10 gallons, which isn't that much for as many guys for like 2 gold pieces, right?
I don't drink.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, I'd say 10 gallons.
And that's 80 pounds, about 80 pounds.
Yeah, we got a caravan. Load her up. And as we go, we'll be using it. So on the way back, we'll have room for
Yeah.
How much for provisions for the horse? Grain.
How many
oats,
days are you
or,
wanting though?
Well, the trip. It's gonna die of starvation on the way back. And it can graze when we're camping.
You can get. I mean, because on a horse, these type of workhorses, you don't feed them just grain. Yeah, you don't. You usually feed them grain one
grain
time a
oats.
day.
Actually, I am
that.
looking at something that says feed per day 5 copper pieces per day.
Yeah, that's because, like I said, you don't feed. You only usually feed a horse when it's got plenty to graze. Maybe grain one time a day, and that's usually just probably a bucket. So it's not a lot. So yeah, you would. So you would look at You know, how if you think you're going to be gone 6 days,
12 days.
12 days,
There,
um,
So like
60.
yeah,
So it'd be
2
like what,
silver?
3 gold?
No, for
No,
5
yeah, 3 silver.
yeah, 3 silver because it's copper pieces.
Right.
Something like that. Right? 5 silver per day, 5 to 100 and or no, that'd be 60 copper. So 6
60
silver.
copper.
Yeah, sorry, 6 silver.
Yeah.
6 silver.
And then the water is, but you just have to buy the barrel, which you could buy. You know, if you're wanting to buy a 55-gallon barrel
Yeah.
of water or 55-gallon barrel for water, then you know the barrel's going to run you probably a gold piece.
All right, so I'll do that.
Okay. Excellent. Oh, let's
And it's
see.
got to be
How
good
much was-
water. I don't want my group getting dysentery.
Yeah.
We're just
How
getting
much
a
was the
barrel
ale?
there. Yeah.
How much was the ale?
ale?
I think 2.
The ale is a 2 silver piece a gallon.
So 10 gallons would be 2 gold if that's what we want to go with.
Right.
Hey, I'll throw down. I buy 6 silver pieces worth. So that's 3 gallons of ale. I'll throw down on the ale.
Yeah, I can. Trabnar will kind of just reach into his pouch and produce a certain amount of money to help pay for things. And let me just roll to figure out what that is.
I pitched in 2 gold.
Probably one moment.
Hey Larry, how much for like a small pouch of well, I would say a large pouch of mid-grade pipeweed.
That's kind of rare, so I'm going to say probably a decent sized pouch, probably a gold piece.
Yeah, I produce 6 silver.
Excellent.
I'm like,
Hey, so with that, we just need a gold piece from Rygar. I think we're set.
I'll give it.
I gave 2. You need another one?
No, I think we're good. I think with the 6, and then you keep that extra ones. I have put a lot of money in my investments, and right now I'm what is called cash broke. So coin broke.
Cash poor.
Yeah, cash poor. That's what it is. Yeah.
I load up the wagon with my so I'm not carrying them on me, my hand axes. And
What about a
Yeah, just
ballista? Covered wagon with it behind it.
oh god, it says rations 10. So that's what, 10 days worth of rations?
That's just for your
There you
personal
go.
rations, yeah.
Right. I don't eat, so
Well, that's good. You save those for. I do eat.
I do eat. When you guys are dying of starvation, I'll remember I have them.
Where are the rations? Is it just in your inventory if you have any?
Yeah, it says rations 10.
Yeah, generally they're included with one of your starting kits, though the amount can vary between like 2 to 10 days worth.
I've got a Dungeoneers pack, so it came with the 10 rations.
Gotcha. Oh,
10
yeah,
pittance, 10 torches.
I got an entertainer's pack.
Yeah,
My
that
pack
might
has
be light.
different types of useful things, like scarves and wigs.
Mm.
Scarves, wigs, condoms,
Yeah,
just kind
things
of.
like that. A different type of protection. I guess suppose we're gonna try to take off in the afternoon. Then, I mean, I'm assuming by the time we buy everything, we'll have a meal. I'm gonna spend I don't know. What does 2 copper pieces get me for a meal?
To get you some
Stew?
stew.
Yeah,
and
I'm good.
ale.
Hey, that's perfect. All right, and I got 1 silver piece. That I flick around and put in my pouch. All right. Well, guys, I toast to our first adventure together. Perhaps we should speak a little bit. I'm more of the, I have different skills if we do run into trouble. I am definitely going to try to not get up in the things. I might be standing next to him a lot. I point towards Kogan. But just so you know, that's kind of, I'm more of a distance guy. Yeah. I'm gonna do a lot of emotional damage to people.
I'll hurt their feelings.
Torbrand is going to, from what I can see, want to get up in the mix to some degree. I mean, we've actually done some sneaky stuff, but he's pretty deadly with those little fists of his.
Have you fought with Torben before?
I have.
Yeah.
He was awesome. Came out, he was a warrior. So, and you two obviously look like you handle business. So, all right. I'll be here for emotional support. telling you guys you can do it. Get them,
So
guys.
if we come into conflict, what is so no one just kind of runs and scurries into combat. What is there a plan?
I think the plan would be you guys being the heavy hitters are gonna try to handle those the front line, and what I think Torbjorn's going to be more like what I would imagine kind of a hit and run, like a guerrilla warfare. I don't know if they, like bam, in, out, kind of hit the weak spots while you guys hold the line, while then I will reinforce you guys. I'm always there through magical means and also through skilled oratory skills, and also peppering them with ranged weapons, I think is the best option.
Do we need to keep anybody kind of, say we've got me up in the front with Rygar, and then Torben is kind of dancing around the battle line, you would be by yourself.
Correct. That's okay. I think if I need help, I'm very good at yelling for it. So you will definitely know. Yeah, you will know if I do.
A lot of noise.
Yep. I have some. I'm a jack of all trades. So I've.
Rygar, if you were up in the fighting, I can stand behind you and still reach them to give you.
Okay.
So you're not flanked.
Yeah. That'll work.
Okay. Well, hopefully it doesn't come to that, but we'll just a simple cruise across the lands, find some pottery, and head home.
All right.
I guess we'll head out.
Okay. Probably going to head out the same gate you came in. Maps out here. And actually, with the map he gave you, it looks like there's not really there is a road, but it's going to take you way out of your way. I mean, you have to go way west to follow the road and then south, which would add, some time to your travels. Or you can head across most of the land south of El Terrell until you get to the wood forest is mostly a plains.
Yeah,
So
let's
the
head across the
wagon should
plains.
handle it pretty good.
Yep, I agree.
Yes, we'll go with dances with we'll dances with wolves. We'll go across country.
Yep. Where's everybody gonna be? So Kogan's driving the.
I'm Teamster.
Yep. I suppose I'll be on the wagon with Kogan.
Yeah, I think.
You have a bow?
I do. It's quite fancy.
Do you have night vision, Kogan?
It doesn't say. I don't know.
I don't think that.
And we'll say
I don't
no.
think so.
Yeah.
Warforged have.
When I looked it up, it had like different variants, and then when I made the guy, it didn't give me any of those variants. It just gave me the basic. So I don't. If it doesn't say, I'm just gonna assume I don't.
No, they don't.
Yeah, I didn't think they
I
did,
just
but
looked
I
it up,
wasn't
yeah.
100% sure.
Maybe I should remedy that later on in the campaign with some magical means.
Yep. I think
But I don't
Torben's the
sleep.
only one who can see in the dark.
Yep. Yeah, and I think depending on how quick the cart is, Trovan would just be kind of like out a little bit ahead of it, walking around. Not really like trying to scout or anything, just feeling a little bit more comfortable like traveling that way as it being his
And
normal
then
means.
if you want, or like if you want, Dad, too, just so you know, if me and Kogan are on the wagon and you wanted to move everybody, you can draw a box around the wagon, like you click and hold, and
Right.
it'll pick up everybody or everybody you get within
Gotcha.
that hold. So in the future, if that's
Okay.
or if you want to move a whole group, let's say a group of goblins all charge, instead of moving each one, you could
Right. You
draw
can
the
do-
square around.
Okay. Can everyone see now the wagon and the road? The kind of little.
So I think we should have
Well.
somebody off to the side, and somebody slightly ahead of us. Or maybe behind the wagon. Off to the side and in
I
front
think
of us.
behind the wagon.
Yep. I think behind the wagon and then out to the side to in front of us, kind of keeping an eye on things. Or I don't know. What do you guys think?
It was about midday when you left.
Okay.
Unless you were waiting until the next day. I mean, time you got everything together and everything.
Yeah. Trobrand should be
my
off.
my screen is black.
Check his vision.
Yeah, I thought I checked everybody, but let me make sure.
Um,
Nope, he's got vision, so
is it on his
It
character?
might be just that you're at the top of the map.
Oh
maybe?
yeah.
I don't know.
Zoom out maybe. If you
Do you
hold
see the
shift,
ping?
yeah, no, if you hold shift, Dad, and ping, like shift, and then click and hold, you should direct everybody to wherever you click. There you go. Nope. Still nothing?
No,
Check and see if his character is named on there. You have vision on the token. Did you put Rygar under the character?
yeah, represents character,
Or
nameplate.
You might have to refresh then. Just
Dynamic lighting, he has vision.
yep. So
Just exit out and reload up.
or just
roll
refresh.
20.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens.
hey,
Yeah.
And
Just
I think-
refresh it.
Yeah, I think
Uh.
Trebarn would be off to the side of the cart, kind of more into the woods area of it. Feeling more at home there, and also probably not wanting to be the best way to introduce people.
I'm sharing my
would
screen,
be,
by
you
the
know.
way.
I seen that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
think
guess then we'll put Rygar behind us. Maybe what, 20 yards?
20 yards, 60 feet. No, he's a.
Or do you think a little closer?
A little
maybe
closer.
maybe 10 yards.
Yeah, maybe like 10 yards behind.
So
That means he
each
can
square
just-
should be 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that means his full movement should get him back to the cart if he needs to.
Yeah, let's put him actually 5, 10, 15. Let's put him 20 feet behind the cart. Is behind the cart a good idea? It does hide him from other people. They're going to know. Or do we want him in front of the cart? So if there's like a. Yeah, maybe we want him in the front in case there's a hole dug out.
Mhm.
What do you think? Rygar, what do you think? You're the one. Do you think you should be behind or in front of the cart? Or is he still refreshing?
What was that?
in front.
In the
In
front.
front.
In front. Okay.
Yeah, so you'll go 20 feet in front of us.
My screen is still black.
That's so weird because I can see him. You said it does have vision on. What else could it be? Because he could see the last. Could you see the last page? Could you see something? Like the.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I don't know what it could be in that case. You sure you have Rygar as the name?
Let's see, make sure.
I don't know. That's the only thing that I could think of.
Can you zoom out on the map with your the
Oh, yeah.
wheel on your mouse?
Yep. You should do that.
yeah,
And it's still all black.
all black.
What the heck?
You can hopefully watch from the stream and guide from there, and then be able
Oh,
to
yeah, I
do your
guess
own
you could do
rolls.
Okay, there.
Bam.
Oh.
See, I don't know. I had 2 Rygars,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and for some reason, the one that I had tied into it, he couldn't. I don't know.
That happens. I know exactly what
I'm
happened.
gonna have to go through all this stuff and I guess delete some of it because I've got like a couple Rygars or a couple Trobrands.
Yep.
That's crazy though. I know they're both the same character.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
since you did another, I don't know. You did another
Yeah,
thing.
I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, you can see now.
So I guess, Father,
Yeah,
go
I
ahead
can
and
see
put your
now.
character 20 feet in front.
Yep. And when okay, so when he gets out in front, we're walking. I say, "Oh, I see. Looks like there's some graves along the side of this trail. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but
Graves.
I
Which
point
way are
to.
we going, up or down?
We're going up, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, that's where you're heading.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Just pay our respects. I guess there's nothing odd about the odd side. We're gonna stay this distance and start moving closer, I suppose.
Tabarn, though, not super.
You guys can
stealthy.
go ahead and move your guys.
Okay.
I mean, right now you can move, so you can go ever how fast or slow you want.
Well, I can't move the wagon.
Well, he can move it.
Okay, I'll
behind
move
us.
it. You guys just go ahead and.
Yeah.
So
I guess I could. Can I give you? I can give you control of that,
you
right?
could, I think, in theory. Yep. I'm gonna go right up here. What do I see when I get up here by the rocks? I hop off the wagon.
So who wants? Kogan wants that.
Yeah, I'll take it since I'm driving it.
Yeah.
Okay, see if you can move it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to be stealthy in the woods. Stealth.
Yeah, and that really does help, Damien, dragging a box over it.
Yep. What do we see when we get closer to it? Does it just look like a normal grave?
It looks like the tombstones. They were fairly well made. They're probably pretty old. I mean, can't really tell what was carved into them, or else ever who carved into them didn't do a very good job of it.
Yeah.
So the stones are still standing. You can't really make out any words.
Well, I suppose we just keep on moving by. Pay our respects, I suppose. Do I see any odd? Actually, do I notice that? Does they look fresh? Do they look fresh? The
I'm
actual
gonna
dirt.
investigate.
No, they don't look fresh.
Rygar's up there investigating. Ah, I remember the exuberance of youth.
What do I see?
You can't really tell. Like I said, you can't really see any writing on them. What
Ooh,
it looks like, whoever who wrote on them was probably didn't do a very good job or wasn't very skilled,
I
so
go
they
up
didn't
there.
go very deep
Wow.
into the stone.
when I see him kind
I
of have
give up.
struggling, I go up there with my quill and my chalk, and I try to do a rubbing then and see if I can get a better, since it'll pick up.
You think possibly? Well, go ahead and do a. Don't you have a roll you can do for your? What is it?
What? Yeah, there's a couple different roles I could do. I suppose it could be either investigation of, maybe sleight of hand if I'm doing that stuff, or it could be, I don't know if you
I
anybody.
think maybe sleight of hand since you're kind of using your training.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, well, we'll do that. 22. Nimble musician fingers. Actually, not the.
18. Oh, shit.
Everybody freeze.
Two arms.
Shh. Hey guys, I think I figured it out. Sing, sing,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's down on his knee. Kind of.
Oh, I need to move. Yeah, because I was over here.
Yeah, you gotta move your guy out there. So as you guys are kind of looking at the tombstones, out of these bushes, you just happen to you hear something crackle, and you see these creatures kind of jump out of the bushes. Looks like they were actually, looks like they were waiting on you.
It's the most rookie mistake group. We completely let down our guard. Didn't do a perimeter.
So let's go ahead. They're going to get a surprise turn. Then we'll go ahead and do.
Oh, I think you might have also rolled initiative.
Oh
for
no!
the
So what
cart,
happened
by
is
the
you
way.
never cleared it from the last turn order. So you should go. You should
Oh.
clear the turn order. Everybody
Yeah,
remember what
yep,
your
gotcha.
thing is? Yeah, because there's already those other people still in it. There we go. So roll initiative, or if you guys remember what you had. I had a 15.
Yeah, I can put it on there.
Yep.
I had a 12.
Yep. So just roll it and put. You can. We can do it ourselves as well. We have access. So if you just roll and then put your 12 in over there,
I
or whatever you
rolled
rolled.
better, but unfortunately I was 14. I'm fine with that. How far are we from
You have to add Rygar's turn.
Elturel at this point? Probably not too far, right?
Yeah.
I guess I don't.
If we have to get a body back real quick.
Eh.
Yeah, I mean, all it takes is one good arrow.
Yeah.
I had a 4. I don't know how to.
Yeah, he'll have to add a
Just
turn.
roll. You can roll again, and then you can edit your number, like
Yep.
by clicking on it.
Make sure you click on your token first, then roll initiative. Yep, and then you just click on your 13 and put a 4 in there instead. That's what you had. Shit.
I can't. I don't know what to do here.
Where the turn order is, where all the numbers are on the left-hand side on the map, click that.
Yeah.
Click your number and then change it to a 4.
Yeah, if you click the 13 next to your name or next to your picture on the turn order.
Got a 4?
Yeah.
I'm not even up. Okay, there it is.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta.
Okay.
Okay.
Who are we missing? Oh, nobody.
Okay, so they do get a like a surprise. So this guy will actually move to here. And I'm struggling here. Hang on.
Wait, you need help with something?
Yeah, I'm not, for some reason, I'm not pulling up their attacks.
Remember, if you hold down Shift and double click it, that's how you pull their character sheet up. Hold down Shift, double click the token. And then remember, all you have to do, click the attack once. Like if they're attacking with their sword, you can literally just click the black short sword attack or whatever it is. I don't know what attacks they have. Are you on the right? Are you on the right layer?
Just
because you might have been on the GM layer to bring them out, and then that's maybe why you can't click on it. Remember, you got to put yourself back on it. There you go. Yep, you got it. 6 egg, Rhaegar.
that misses.
Huzzah! Cut off his guard. The young man's got moves.
Youngman.
Youngman. Rhaegar Youngman.
Hey.
So you see the ones, this guy actually moved to here, and they've got short bows out. So he drops down and shoots at Bastion. Excuse me. But it clicks off of the it clicks off of the headstone.
Shit! I dropped the shit.
He's a foxhole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm in the kill box.
18.
18 hits, yeah.
I've been wounded.
Yeah. Alas. Trust me, last time a goblin hit me, if you just click the attack button, it'll do the down there where it says attack next to your 18, it'll roll the damage.
I want to keep that off of there though.
So you got to whisper. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to change. Remember, you got to go up to like the goblin boss or whatever. Yeah. So same exact thing. Sink. Oh God, damn it!
Damn arrows.
fall to my knee, but I pick myself back up. Fucking goblin arrows. Fucking goblins. All right. Yeah, that hurt. Okay.
And finally, he shot at Rhaegar. Rhaegar, are you able to kind of dodge out of the way?
Well done, sir. Rhaegar's awesome.
Now, initiative, Bastion.
I pull myself up, to my knee. Sons of bitches. I am going to cast. Actually, looking over at. I think I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the main guy there. I'll put it.
Good plan.
Oh, I remembered. I could pull you. You showed me how to pull it off of that map, so I can keep the rep over here. Gotcha.
Yep. That's that was a game changer. Yeah.
It is. It's huge.
Yeah. So yeah, wisdom save for the goblin boss.
Gotcha. Oh, the boss.
Yep.
Okay, I shouldn't have showed you that, but yeah, you can tell a difference to him. But
I just assumed, yeah. So I just assumed he looked more like, if he did, if I didn't know a difference, yeah.
16. So
Yeah, he made it. So he only takes
Yeah.
5 psychic. Damn it. They get a -1 to their freaking roll, and he rolled a 17 for his. Okay, with that, then I am going to be like, you got this, Rygar. I believe in you. And I'm going to give Rygar Bardic Inspiration. So, Rygar, remember, if you make an attack roll or a saving throw, any D20, you can add 1d6 to that roll in the next 10 minutes, okay?
Okay.
You don't have to use it, and you can use it whenever you want, but within the next 10 minutes, you can use it once.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to get behind the wheel of the wagon over here. Okay, I'm done. That's my turn. All right, I'm done. Yep.
So that would be Troburn.
Got it. All right. I'll see sort of Bastion come away, and then I'll like look over at him and give him like a glove thumbs up, and then
Get him.
attempt to sneakily go 5, 10, 50, 20, 25. What do I want to do here? Let's go. Yeah, you know what? Does make sense. 30 item interaction to pull out sort of the one of my hand axes from sort of the back of my belt, hidden under my cloak, and I will make a attack with that. One moment here. Oops. I gotta fix something about this. Sorry.
Man, level 1.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, goblin raiding party who ambushed us. They outsmarted us. Well, we got to learn our lesson here. It's only the second time I've been ambushed in the last 2 weeks. Fool me twice. Shame on you.
Sorry, there's something I gotta fix about this.
How do I change my ice
Your what?
rolls?
So go
Dice
up.
rolls?
Yeah, so you have to go in there and you want to click on the little gearbox.
Right.
And it should come up and it should say whisper down at the bottom there. It should say like down towards the bottom. It'll say like never whisper rolls, always whisper rolls.
Hmm.
Here, I'll have to pull up mine to
I
double
hope
check.
that I hit.
Ooh, I don't. Yeah, did you hit? 23. I'm assuming hits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Yes.
All right. So yeah, I do that around, and I do sort of like come running in, and then hit him with my axe. And then what do I want to do here? I don't have any more movement.
Did
So
you figure
I
it out,
think I'm
Dad? Or
going
I'm
to.
looking, but I forget exactly.
Yeah, I am going to use my bonus action to make an unarmed strike against.
Yeah, you come running up and you kind of took him. You kind of surprised him. You sunk your axe into his rib.
And you got my 5
kinda-
psychic, right?
And turns towards you. Yeah.
Okay.
And then 19 unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Get a
You
door,
sink your axe in with your right hand, and you come around with an elbow smash to his throat
Yeah.
with your left hand.
Yep. And that's all that I can do.
I gotta look at a creature real quick here and see. Oops.
Can you guys see? Can you guys see like the goblins' hit points, armor class, and stuff?
No.
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 Okay. I thought I had it.
Did you find the
make
whispering
sure.
roll things? How or where to?
Oh.
Okay,
I
so
don't.
pull up your character sheet. Like pull up the goblin where it has his like armor class, strength, like the character sheet of the goblin.
Right.
If you go over to right above to the right of actions, you'll see the little gearbox.
Right.
You see it? Click on it.
Yeah.
Go down a little bit to right, and you'll see whisper rolls to GM. Never. It says never whisper rolls.
Always whisper. I had it toggle whisper.
Just always whisper.
You gotta
rolls.
do that with every.
new thing. Now, if you do it to a goblin boss and then use a goblin boss later, it should be fine. But the first time you use a creature, every time, yes, because their default is to have it not whisper instead of whisper. Yep. It's a pain. That's why, yeah, it's a pain. At least that says, I don't know, maybe you can, but I don't know. All right, so good job, Trobrin.
What is his name? Torben? Trobrand?
Trobrin.
Everyone said 3 different
So
things.
listen, he actually never pronounces it the same. It sounds like when
Yeah.
he's so you notice that he actually it's Trobrand. I end up calling him Trobrand because it's easier. But his name is Trobrand. I call him Trobrand. He calls himself all kinds of things.
Okay, because on his screen it said Torben, so
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, that's kind of on purpose, just mostly because he just calls
Yeah,
himself. a bunch of
Torben,
different
Trobin.
things.
Yeah, they're all
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you slam your axe into his ribs, throw that left elbow into his throat. He's got and he swings around with his scimitar.
They've got something in their hands.
Does a 14 hit?
No, AC is 15.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, he comes across with his scimitar, and you just kind of, or you're just kind of standing there. You got, if anybody's watching, he just kind of sways, almost like a snake, just kind of sways out of the way of that scimitar. I said, if you're watching him in the battle, if you think, okay, this is not the same guy that I watched stumble across the tavern and everything, he's almost totally different. Seemed like a totally different person when he's in battle.
Who's this guy?
This guy moves forward, and he is going to attack
An arrow in my chest.
the scimitar.
He just slips into unconsciousness.
And a 19.
Ooh.
19 hits.
He just slashes you across your back of your shoulder. It's a thin cut, but take 3 hit points.
Got it.
Kind of feel it coming.
Fair.
And then these 2 guys will move forward, but they're both still going to fire their bows. One is shooting at Sebastian, but he is at disadvantage because you're about cover.
Well, hopefully you got 3/4 cover because you're behind the damn.
Yeah, that's why I think they have disadvantage.
And it clatters into the. Actually, I probably should roll for the horse.
Not my horse.
Leave the horse
no.
out.
Yeah, it clatters into the spokes of the wagon and just kind of knocks it off just enough to miss you. The other one is shooting at that big monster sitting on the wagon.
Oh yeah.
20.
That hits.
Okay. Yeah, and you're standing there. And I don't know. I guess you just stand up. If you get off the wagon or whatever. But then you see that little goblin. You see that arrow, and it just slides into your chest or into your shoulder between your armor plates. It hurts. Kogan,
Yes.
it's your turn.
How much damage? I was waiting for the damage.
Oh, sorry. 4. I thought I told you.
Alrighty. I'm going to jump off the wagon to here, and I'm going to, only because it has a better aim at Bastion, I'm going to attack this one right here.
I peek around, curious as this thing goes into battle for the first time. 15.
Yeah, you jump off the wagon. You see him pull that halberd out. You think, okay, well, you got clothes to hit, but you see him kind of do this overhead swing, and as he does, he lets the halberd handle slide down to he's just grabbing the end of it and clamps down onto this goblin.
10 slashing.
Pretty
Nice.
much just cleaves him in two. You see, like I said, he does. You think, okay, well, this guy's, he's all show because he swings it around his head once, and as he comes down, like I said, the halberd just slides. He's just got a hold of the very end of it, and you kind of notice after he does that he's, that he does that to put all of his weight and the momentum of that heavy blade into that swing, and it Pretty much just cleaved that goblin in two.
Excellent.
He never even saw it coming. He was getting ready to pull another arrow out, and
Huzzah!
And
I turn my vicious gaze at the remaining archer.
yeah, he was just getting ready to fire another arrow, and you kind of see him go, "Oh shit!" Ragar.
Bardic inspiration. Remember you have that. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Do I roll 20 first before my attack, or?
Yeah,
Yes.
you got to roll to hit, and then you decide after you roll if you want to use it or not. But yeah,
Oh,
just
okay.
it's easy to forget. So you rolled a 12. Do you want to use it?
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll.
Is there a D6?
Yeah, D6. So over there on your little dice roller, roll a D6. Just click the D6. Yeah, 16.
That hits. It wouldn't hit if you hadn't used it.
Those words I yelled to you, they resonated. 8 slashing.
What do you? You've got a longsword, right?
Yeah.
A shield and longsword.
Yeah. Ragar brings his shield across out of the way and just pulls his sword all in one swoop, in one motion. Just slashes his throat.
Oof.
Blood
Oh,
kind of
sword
squirts.
lord.
Didn't kill it.
Oh yeah. You cut its throat.
The goblin scum. And I move
yeah.
up.
Goblin scum.
Yeah, you got movement left. You can move into
Yeah,
combat.
you can move.
Trotting over its dead body.
I only get
Alright.
one attack at first level, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
still spitting.
Yeah, and you don't
I
get
still
action
spit in
surge
his eye.
until second level. Yeah.
Yep.
Still spitting his
So
eye.
this goblin, yeah, you saw he saw his ender drop. He kind of hesitates for a second, but then he just kind of brings a scimitar around.
How tall are these things?
They're probably right around 3 foot.
I am a giant to them.
16 Ragar.
No, that misses.
Woo!
Get out of here. Yeah, get him,
Oh,
boy.
wood
Get
rat
outta here.
here.
Missed.
And then this other one, you see, he actually, after he saw what you've done to his friend, he backs up.
Can I get an attack of opportunity?
Oh, he used disengage,
Oh, that bastard.
and then he fires. Because it's disengage in a bonus action. So.
Yeah.
And 23.
That hits.
3 piercing. Kind of the same thing. He sticks it. This time it kind of hits you in the knee.
I took an arrow in the knee.
knee. Now we are at Kogan.
No, I think you skipped.
Oh,
Actually,
no, Sebastian. Sorry.
Yeah. I think
I
you actually
skipped you.
they went before. I think we were supposed to go
They
before.
did. I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no worries.
You were hiding. I kind of forgot about you.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, exactly. Good. I'm digging into the ground a little bit. Good. Okay, so I'm going to sing that. Then I'm going to step over here. How far? What's the range on that? I better make sure it's the right. Yeah, and I step out and I say, "Your mother is your father smells of elderberries." And I cast vicious mockery. He needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Which one? Oh, the one that's up here.
Yeah. For 1 psychic damage if he fails.
13.
Yeah, so he takes 1 psychic and he has disadvantage on his next attack roll. As I've seemed to cut vicious mockery. Oh, I won't show the spell.
Hurt his feelings.
Yep.
The hell was that?
I was trying to move the thing here.
God, he's spitting acid. Oh, God.
And then I'm going to step over here back behind my...
Cool.
All right, Trobin's up.
All right. Let's see here. I assume that this is difficult terrain.
Yes, the rocks there, right?
Yeah. So this would be 10 feet of movement, and then stepping onto this side would be, let's see here, another 5. So that's 15. Kind of stepping around, and then I don't know if in this case we're playing with flanking again or how you want to do that, if at all. But that's kind of what he's trying to do: get to an advantageous position, and then make a swing with the same hand axe that he pulled out. One moment. Ooh, I assume that misses. It's a critical miss. It will be. So yeah, I miss with my axe. It doesn't matter about flanking there. And then I use my unarmed strike as a bonus action. Yeah, seems reasonable.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's max damage for.
So yeah, you kind of jump across that rock, do a little sidestep over that rock, land in behind him. He starts to turn towards you. Just as you land, you swing with your axe, and he's kind of throws a scimitar up to block it, which leaves him open, and you just bring this palm strike right into his throat. And just collapse everything in his throat. He's sitting there trying to catch his breath, drop to his knees, and he's got a hold of his throat, and he just kind of fall. You see him just kind of slink down to the ground as his ability to breathe is no longer there.
He's like a snake aiming for the neck. I mean, last one he hit the throat with his elbow. Now he's palm smashing something in the elbow in the neck.
Your face is hard. Your neck is not. Yeah.
My go now, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I guess I have a little bit of extra movement. I will use it to duck behind here. And done.
Move up. Oh, I get to re-roll. No, it's just damage rolls. Damn it, never mind.
Hey, you swing your halberd, and you don't. Maybe just where you're not used to dealing with something so much smaller than you. Misjudge it. You just kind of switch it over his head. At this point, he is going to disengage and attempt to flee. So he's going to move his full movement. Okay. So
I think you skipped Rygar.
Sebastian?
Yeah,
or Rygar? Yeah, sorry, Rygar. Yep, Rygar's at the end. Rygar, what are you doing?
Can I see him?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to, wherever he is.
You counting your movement? You got?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you got.
He moved 25.
So,
yeah.
so you got.
But I think
he would.
I think he should have went before the goblin went. I think he was at the end of the round, but the goblin moved before he went. But I don't know.
I've been going at the end of I only rolled a 4, so I'm at the end of the
That's
I
what I'm
think I
saying.
got. Yeah, I don't know. I think I got off there when I missed you.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. So yeah. But either way, he's still got 5 feet of movement. How far away is the goblin from here?
He is 15 foot away from.
So you'd have to use a ranged weapon to hit him.
Okay. Well, I've got a light crossbow. If I can drop my sword and shoot that.
What does it say? I don't know. Personally, I don't know what 5e says, but I mean, loading a crossbow.
They get one shot around. Actually, they get as many shots as. I don't think there's a loading.
Yeah, there's a loading trait. So loading trait basically says that when you use a weapon with it, you can only make one attack with it, regardless of the number of attacks you have.
Oh, so if you have 3 attacks, you can still only make 1 unless you have something special for it.
Unless you have something special with it.
Gotcha.
And it's only 1 attack with that weapon. So like if you have a hand crossbow and a rapier, you can still do like 1 hand crossbow and then
1
rapier. 2 rapier attacks.
Or whatever. 2 rapier. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. I didn't know there was loading. Oh, I see properties loading. Yeah. Okay. There you
so he gets 1 shot.
And then he can't.
Then I'll take the 1 shot.
7 misses. So he's going to move his entire movement again, which is 30 feet.
Well, how many
No,
times
it's not
does he
his
get to
turn.
move? Yeah,
I
Jesus.
never, yeah. I keep forgetting that. Well, see, I got screwed up because I think I did skip Rygar. So, Sebastian, go ahead. Or when I skipped you, I think I got screwed up.
Yeah. How far away? I'm just looking at distance here. 60 feet. Yeah, I'm gonna step out. I'll just shoot him with my bow. He's just a goblin. I don't care if he gets away even. So yeah, I'm gonna step out and just hit him with the bow. All right, you vagabond. And
Ugh.
all right, never mind. Yeah, you better run. I'm done with my
Sure.
round.
Okay. Program.
All right.
Probar.
Trobarn is not going to pay attention to sort of now that it looks like that one is running away. He's just gonna go probably like over here and have a look at what was on. I guess what was on this goblin.
He had a scimitar, and actually had 2 javelins that he didn't use. He's got mismatched. No, actually, he had a chain. He's got a chainmail, a pretty well-made chainmail shirt. Obviously, it's a little bit big for him. Maybe probably not human size, but bigger than a goblin size.
Let's see. Yeah, I think. He would. What would I do? I don't know. He doesn't really want any of those things, but he'd probably pick up one of the javelins. He wouldn't mind being part of. What is the range on a javelin? He's probably over 60 feet away, right?
Except the
one
javelin
that was running.
kills the other goblin with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, actually, the long range looks like 120 feet.
He's only 35 feet away from you, it looks like.
All right. Well, 35 feet away from me because he's off the edge of the screen here, right?
He's right here.
Oh, he is. Well, I can't even see him, so I guess I'll you know what, I'll do that. I'll pick up one of the javelins, and I will get to how much?
30 foot is a short range.
15, 10. I think that's my movement.
Hey, you're within range. Yep.
And then that would be, what is a javelin? Is that a simple weapon?
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, I'm just looking this up. Awesome. So then I can do plus. Yeah. Ooh.
Woo!
Well, I think that definitely hits.
Alrighty, and
It's
then
1d6.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Nice.
That's the one you hit with Vicious Mockery for 1 hit point.
Hmm.
Sebastian, which left him with 6 hit points.
Huzzah! The bard. You don't always
seriously,
see.
that's
You don't
you've done the
always
1
see,
hit point.
You don't always see what he's doing. It's the subtle things. The 1 hit point.
Yeah.
You suck, and you can do it. Rygar hit.
It was. That was funny because that's the only time he'd been hit.
Yeah, my emotions.
I told you. Excellent.
So
Well
you
shot.
see Trobrand. He runs by that goblin, picks that javelin up, gets up next to Rygar and just hurls it, and the goblin's just beating feet, and it takes him in his lower back, and he just kind of sprawls out like a, it's like he's skydiving and just falls forward.
Huzzah. All right, I say we check these bodies, check this area, secure the area, and take a short rest. I nursed my same wound in the same shoulder. We're gonna check the bodies. Also, we're gonna take all if the armor and the we can sell this. So put that in the caravan. All the suits of armor, if they're surprisingly well made.
The one boss, you want to call him, he has got a chainmail shirt that is probably really tight on a human. A smaller human might be able to get it on, but it's pretty well made.
What about
the rest of them? Has got, I wouldn't even call it armor. It's kind of leather pieces, but they all had scimitars. And the one had 2 javelins, and there was 3 short bows, and there was a total of 21 arrows.
Okay. Also,
let's see.
would it fit Rygar? Would that chainmail fit Rygar? He's 5'10". He's not small, but he's not huge either.
Yeah, it would probably. I mean, it might be a little tight on him, but
You wear chainmail right now. This chainmail might be better than the one you have. He apparently killed someone and took it.
I'll look at it and see if it's gonna be better.
I can also give me 10 minutes, and if it's magical, I can identify it.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sweet thing.
you don't know. I mean, it doesn't look better made than yours. I mean, it's probably comparable. But it is a little bit tighter than yours.
I just put it in the wagon then.
Take the arrows and javelins as well.
Mhm.
Okay, crossbow
those
bolts
down.
are just regular arrows.
Those regular arrows.
Okay.
Times 3. So then there are also 4 scimitars, right? That was how many goblins there were? So.
Yeah.
And
Correct.
yeah, cool. Then that's chain.
And three short bows,
Yeah.
2 javelins.
Yeah.
Well, we're already racking up stuff to sell.
And then, yeah.
While they're searching, I'm gonna walk around the perimeter. Trying to make sure everything's.
Oh. For some reason, it won't let me pull up my character now. Let me refresh. I'll just refresh. That's usually what it is. So we checked everything. We're going to search the area, make sure there's nothing else waiting, and then we're also going to check those.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Yep, and then I'm going to finish doing the graves and see if this, see what's going on with that as well.
They look like they were disturbed recently.
No, they don't look like they've been. Like I said, there's grass growing. It looked like anybody's disturbed them. There was also on the one goblin, you did find a pouch that had 3 silver pieces.
What?
And 2 copper pieces.
Alrighty.
Making our fortune already, guys.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna go into the party money.
Were you able to pull up your character?
Yes, finally. I had to refresh, but I was able to do it.
Coolio. Yeah, I'm all for.
I bring the wagon up over here, off the road.
Cool.
Why
Go hide behind or sit down beside the rock here and have
Don't see.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, you look around. You don't see like any campsite or anything within 100 yards probably. So at least where you feel the goblins might have been hanging out.
I have no way of tracking them, so.
Very well. Let's. Did we notice anything odd about the graves, or is it just some graves?
No, you just see you. Well, the only thing odd is, I mean, they're kind of out here in the middle of nowhere, but they do appear like they've been here for quite a while. I mean, it's hard to tell, but it's been years, at least, because they've been there. Like I said, the stone is weathered.
Are we taking a short rest here?
I think so.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try to spend an hour here. Keep a wary eye out for.
Looking at that chainmail, does it look better than mine?
If you give me a little time, I can cast some spells on it to see what it, perhaps if it's magic and if it.
Actually, it's like I said, it's fairly well made chainmail. It's nothing, it's not spectacular. It is dirty, and stained up, where it does look like the goblin took care of it. But underneath the kind of grit and grime, it is it's a well made chain shirt.
Okay, I'm gonna roll my hit dice then, and after
It would fit you, but it was you could tell it was made for someone smaller than you.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could wear it, but it would be a little tight.
Nah, I'll just keep what I got until we get it checked out.
So after the hour, I'm going to ritually cast Detect Magic and see if it's magical. Go set up a little magic circle and put some little bobs and things about. Put the item in the middle of it.
No, the chainmail shirt does not register any magical.
It's not magical. It's probably not better than the one you got. We'll sell it. Go ahead and throw it in the party loot. Put it in the thing. All right. Well, actually, it still lasts for as long. It's not. So I'm looking around. Is there anything magical about the graves or?
No, I was. But you do notice as you're kind of glancing, you got everything done, that the scimitar, one of the scimitars that just looks like it just looks like the other scimitars, but as you're kind of glancing over it, it kind of flares up a little bit in your magical spell.
I spy.
I didn't think you were going to do it. I thought you were just going to leave them set.
I spy with my little eye something magical. I walk over and grab the scimitar out.
Yeah, and as you get over it, does it tell you?
It just would tell me, I guess, what
It's
school,
just
but I
regular.
could cast Identify with the ritual as well.
It's just a scimitar +1.
Perfect.
Cool.
Well, this would be good for somebody who, well, I don't know, who can use a scimitar. I can, I suppose, but actually, yeah, scimitar. Unless, is that a monk weapon for you, Trobin?
No, it's martial. It would not work.
Well, there's two ways to look at this. I would use it more likely than the rest of you, but it might be good for Rygar to have a magic weapon. I could just give it to him, though. I don't know. What do you think? He's not going to use the scimitar daily, because it's only a D6, I think. It's like a light weapon versus his. I don't know. What do you think?
I'll stick with what I have.
Okay, I'll take the scimitar for now. But if you need a magic weapon, for some reason I can't drop it in my character sheet because I'm in some weird mode when I type something in. So you'll have to put the scimitar here. I can do it actually this way. It's stupid. I've never had this problem. I don't know. Anyways, I can add it. Wait, can I use the scimitar? Is it a simple weapon?
No, it's martial.
Shit, I don't know. I don't think I can use the scimitar. Weapons, short swords, simple weapons. No, I can't. Never mind. I can, but I don't get my proficiency.
Oh, you can, nobody can use it.
I mean, we can use it, but why don't we give it to Rygar in case he needs a magic weapon? Because it'll be nice to have a backup, I think. Unless he doesn't want it, in which case we can sell it.
The funny thing is, I think I'm the only one that can use it, but I'm not. But
Right.
I use two-handed.
Right. Well, Rygar can use it, but
yeah,
he's just not his style usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
How many arrows did we get?
21.
Sweet action. All right. Well, then in that case, I suppose we're going to get back in our wagon, get everything loaded up, and make sure that we keep a wary eye out for ambushes.
So you guys done your short rest and
Yeah, spend about an hour and a half
hit
here.
dice if you needed it or whatever.
Yep.
I rolled an 8. I got all the hit points back from that.
Yeah.
The wound.
I
Taking arrows
think,
twice.
Yep.
When he says that, Trebarn would look over at you and be like, you good at goblin arrow.
Yeah, I take them. Yeah, I can take a goblin arrow, no problem. I'm real good at that. He is going on the left side of the body.
Corbin, both of you seemed very frontline capable.
Yes, it was all impressive, everybody. I like to think that. Well fought. I think we did a good job bringing the group together here. Compliment each other.
I cleaned my halberd during that short rest.
During it, I'd ask Bastion for kind of help repairing any cuts in my
Of
Um,
course.
clothing. Yeah.
I will look over there, and you see I'm kind of fluffing his beard a little bit, cleaning him up and fixing his tears in his.
Alrighty.
Okay. Here where you guys are at. So you're here.
We weren't even really that far from town.
Yeah, we come back.
Oh, you'd actually only been traveling a couple of hours.
We still
Sebastian
got a week of
Trobren,
this.
you do know that you're probably only, I would say, 8-10 miles from Hobart's ranch or farm, not ranch, or where you fought, where you rescued Hobart.
Oh, these bastards! These must have been the. One of them got away just now, correct?
So you're thinking, yeah, and you don't know if I mean, you obviously don't know if this is I don't know what you know, so I guess yeah.
Oh wait, I checked their ears. Go back, quick. Do they have those bones?
See, I gotta watch what I say. Yeah, you do notice they had the same ears.
Okay.
Same
Same bone.
yeah, the same like the three bone slivers in their ear.
So we could go after this goblin. No, we're on a do we sidetrack after these goblins, or
I'll get back to you.
get back to you? All right, we'll move on. Very well. Told you we should have got a ballista. All right, I think we're gonna do the same thing where Trobren's off to the left and ahead of us, a little bit kind of scouting or whatever, and then Rygar out in front with his shield out, and Kogan riding the wagon.
You guys travel. I said you're not on a road, but it's fairly well flat land. So it's pretty easy for the horse. Pretty easy to steer the wagon along. Not even really any hills or anything. You do after about 5 or 6 hours, excuse me, which would put it up nearing sunset. I mean, it's not quite sunset yet. You do notice that the terrain is getting a little bit rougher. You've encountered a couple of small rises. You do see some trees off in the probably half a mile, somewhere around. It looks like the beginning of a forest, or at least a long tree line.
Perhaps we should. And how long have we been traveling since we rested?
About between 5 and 6 hours.
Maybe we'll stop here and we'll go on foot. A couple of us go check out the tree line, just make sure everything's kosher there without the whole wagon. Or maybe we'll, I don't know. What do you guys think? Or should we just continue with the wagon?
Well, if you want to go check it out, maybe send Rygar and Torben, and you and I can stay up in the wagon, or you and Torben go and check it out.
I don't know.
I don't want to leave the wagon unprotected, but
yeah, no, I understand that. Let's just take the wagon with us. Then.
Yeah.
okay. I turn it off more in that direction.
When we get within like 100 feet or like 50 feet, I want to jump off and kind of go investigate the wood line. Just check it out. Keep a wary eye out.
Oh, it's a goblin tribe.
Yeah. I'm like, sing, just peppered with like
one damage, like leaving you like 1 hit point. It's like, oh god.
Why?
Like the first episode of American Gods, where it's just that one Viking gets just 50 arrows in his body.
It's a way to go though. Instant.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Okay, so I'm not seeing anything. I don't know if I was supposed to be.
Okay, I'm working on it. Hang on just a second.
No problem.
There's nothing there. I can't.
Yeah.
Just a second.
No problem.
There's a ruin.
There's a ruin. No, the ruin.
I hate that you got to do every time you do this. You got to redo all this. You can't just bring one.
Yeah. I basically go to every map, put everybody on. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. I'm sure there may be a way. I don't know. I'm not very savvy. But at one point I did go through all the things, and it's still, I don't know.
Can anyone not see?
I can't see, but I can refresh. It's always a.
Same thing. I can't see, but I'll also refresh just to make sure.
No,
Yes.
I can't see.
Let's go.
I guess
Stop.
I'm gonna have to refresh.
Yep.
I think, unfortunately, that did not do it.
All right, hang on. Let me just make sure I got everything.
Me either.
Right
Also,
here.
is
Humans are
the
all mine.
yeah. I can't see either still. Remember, our names have to be on there and
Okay, there I can.
vision.
Vision's on. So Rygar, you can see.
Yes.
Okay, thought so. And Sebastian
I can't see.
should
Oh,
be
now
able
I
to see
can.
now.
Yep. Now I
Yep.
can.
And Trobran should be able to see.
Not. But let me.
Let me save it. I didn't save the settings. Hang on.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you should be able to.
Unfortunately, yes. Now I can. Ha!
Fortunately, I can see.
Can't see.
Oh, I see. It's sort of like a tree line and some rocky. Yep.
Yeah, and you see, this is like was probably looks like maybe at one point it was a stream and a small river creek. Maybe not a river. Might be too large a word, but it's kind of maybe dried up or been diverted.
Got
Like
it.
an old creek bed.
Is that like a
And
little like
this-
farmhouse or old like?
Yeah, some kind of there's a partial wall standing, the roof's gone. It's the stone foundation and part of the walls are left.
Perhaps. Okay, Rygar's at it. I was like, perhaps we should sneak her. Okay.
Yep.
Larry, I
never
don't have command of the wagon anymore.
I'm going
Oh,
to
yeah, I
stealth
didn't go to you.
and try to sneak up while they go up.
That's
so-
the thing. I gotta go in and do that every time.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt.
I'm
Oh.
gonna attempt to stealth as well, but I'm apparently back in pudgy make a lot of noise mode.
Good. Roll 19 as
What was you checking?
me.
Oh, it's
Stealth?
just us
Yeah.
trying to
I
be
ro-
Okay, just
sneaky.
stealthing.
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
rolled a
Yep.
19 and I moved up behind this bush while they went and checked stuff out.
As far as you know, yeah, nobody can see you or hear you. You're practically invisible.
Mm-hmm.
You think?
And do I see
Hurry up,
anything when I look
Echo.
down this big riverbed and I look down it, like down this way? I just peer around that. corner?
No, just what you can see.
Okay. Yeah.
Step into the.
Yeah, this appears to be maybe like you're thinking, maybe a farmhouse or a cabin or something. Of probably, you know, um, 30, 40 years ago, maybe, because the roof's completely, almost all the wood is gone, been rotted. The stone's what's left. That's where you can still see the, it's got the dirt floor, and even most of the walls have crumbled over, but they're still, here in the corner, they're probably still 4 or 5 foot tall, and the rest of the walls are probably only a couple feet tall. It's mainly just a
Probably left when
foundation.
when the creek dried up.
Are there like, and maybe this is just like not meant to be something that's just like on the map, but like, are there stains? Do these look like blood stains? These.
No, it's just different. Just as dirt.
Got it.
You think it's just different.
Yeah, different stains overall.
Right.
Got it.
I'm going to, seeing that, I'm going to step in here, and I want to, and I'm going to I'm going to investigate the area. I'm going to look for trap doors on the ground, or perhaps move the rocks around, check the remaining stuff, see if there's anything, that type of.
Right.
I string my bow and I keep an eye on the perimeter.
Good deal.
Go ahead and do a investigation, Damon.
Investigation. 15.
Yeah, as you were looking around, you're kind of, I don't know, you're going around moving the dirt, kind of kicking, checking the walls or what's left of the walls. There's not very much left of the walls. Here, this corner right here, you think as you look down on these pebbles or rocks, you look like maybe someone has actually placed them there in almost maybe like a star formation. You think it's one of those things, you look at, and, okay, maybe they fell that way. Maybe, you're.
Does it look
just
like
glancing at it, you think that's some kind of, someone has placed them there.
when you say star, does it look like to me like an arcane or maybe a religious type thing, or is it just a random shape of a star? Does it look like?
Yeah, it's just more of a shape. You don't think. I mean, from what you could, yeah, from looking at it, like I said, you kind of second guess yourself as you look at it. You think, okay, well, they
Oh,
could just fell that way,
and
But
there's nothing else around there.
it did kind of stick out to you.
No secret doors, or not secret doors, rather like what's the word I'm looking for? Like alcoves or anything. I'm moving, like not. I'm keeping the stones where they're at, but I'm moving things around those stones and seeing if there's any other like evidence. Is there?
No, you can see it just goes to the. I mean, actually,
Yeah.
you can see over top of
Right.
the what's left of that wall.
What do you guys make of this? I ask everybody. Is this just my eyes playing tricks on me, or does this look like something?
So, Trebarn will walk up and he'll like, how many points does this star have?
This be something I could do a perception check or investigation.
It depends on what you're looking. Tell me what you're looking for. It looks like what I would call a star, like 5 points.
Got it. All
You
right.
kind of look at it and you think, maybe it won't
The-
jump out to you.
Yeah. One of the points that's closest to me, whatever that rock is, I would pick it up.
I'll take a step back.
Troban reach down and pick up the
I'll
rock.
take a step
I mean,
back.
yeah, I'm not making anybody know about that. Is there anything special about the rock? Or
No, it's just it looked like it just came, it's part of the rubble from the wall.
Does it look like a piece is missing? Like you could finish it. Obviously, the piece he picked up, but if you put that back down, does it look like it's missing any pieces?
No, that's what kind of drew your attention in the first place, was that maybe.
Is it pointing to something? Is the point? I follow the top star point. If it's 5 pointed, does that point toward something?
No, it's just like toward the wall. I mean,
maybe it's just a marker to dig.
I put a good point.
Floorboard?
Yep, that's a good idea. We'll move the rocks and check the floorboards.
This is all just dirt. There's no floor. I mean, there's no floor.
Oh, okay. Well, then, who's got anything we can dig with? That halberd might work pretty well. Is there a shovel laying around?
No.
No.
There's actually no. Yeah, there's no interior
I look
furniture or
over at
anything.
Kogan.
Yeah.
Someone mind the wagon.
All right, Rygar, you want to mind the wagon?
Yeah, I can.
And keep an eye out around to make sure nothing sneaks up on us.
And I start just digging.
Yeah. Trebarn will kind of go out there, kind of help scan like sort of what's going on in this bush area.
I'm gonna light up that cigar that I took from Samson.
Try and see what's being dug up in here.
Big old fat stogie.
Get that cigar out of my face.
Get that goddamn cigar out of my face. That's great.
Like I'm playing cards with my goddamn sister's kids or something.
That's a good one. Yeah, he's good. That's a good character.
Oh, Doc, I didn't know you was in town.
I forgot you were there.
I forgot you were there. You may leave.
You may go now. Thank you.
Shotgun.
Hey, you should look up online the Latin conversation they have between each other. Because it says what they're really saying in Latin between Doc and what's his Ringo. It's actually pretty badass. It's really badass. I just happened to see it.
Yeah.
I looked it up one time what they were saying.
Yeah, it's badass what they say about. Yeah, I can't remember, but it's all cryptic threats to each other.
Yeah.
Does it look like he's making way, or is there anything I can help him with?
Yeah, it's kind of loose dirt. I mean,
okay. Do I have any
maybe not loose dirt, but I mean, it's not like hard. It's not like clay or anything like that.
I've become farm implements. Big digger. I digged holes.
Good. Now you're gonna fill them.
His look of dismay is just like resignation. It's just like fine.
They spelled tyranny wrong.
So smart.
We used to wear our hats backwards.
I holler out. If you don't find anything, check the wall right there.
It's a good call too. Yeah. And I'm just watching, like this area, I'm just scanning the whole time. While he's digging, I'm smoking my cigar and just seeing if I see anything out of place. Same thing, there's something odd while he's digging.
Yeah, Rygar, you keep an eye on the horizons, making sure we're not going to get waylaid again.
Yep, and I think Troban's out there
I'm
doing
checking
something.
all over here.
Yeah. It's just a thick brush over here.
Yep.
Yeah, you dig down probably about. I mean, it's not very easy digging with that big ass thing right there in that corner. Anyway, Everybody's kind of standing back, you know, and it's not.
Oh wait, his
Um,
shield.
I got 2 hand axes. I'm gonna use those to just kind of chop into
Okay,
the dirt and scoop. And
that
then...
works a little better.
Rygar's shield.
Roll a 20, just a d20.
You got this, buddy. I give him bardic inspiration. No, it's not going to help you at all. But yeah, it might not even be worth using.
Yeah, you're kind of chomping, and you all of a sudden you feel it hit something, and you go, oh shit. No, it's not dirt, and you think, okay, I kind of whacked something there.
I put my axes down and I start scooping with my hand.
Okay. Kind of pull out with your hands around this outline, and there's this small box. It's got a little chunk whacked into the top of it where your axe hit it.
I handed
Pull it out.
Bastion.
So when he holds it out with his hands out like this, I just look at it first, kind of just peer. What does it look like before I grab it? Oh, there you go.
Whoa.
Pay no attention to vector files.
Right, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. How? Okay.
It's about it's probably about a foot wide, by a foot, and probably about 8 inches
Have I ever
tall.
seen anything or anything like this, or heard of anything like this, or
something like this?
yeah, ain't nobody ever even heard of nothing like that. A lot of tombstone quotes.
Make a I don't know, probably history, I guess.
Okay. $19.
Hey,
You've never seen anything like it, but it does kind of remind you of maybe some dwarven runes that the only reason you came across them was because in a play you were studying for a play, and it was about dwarves, and Lawrence had come up with these handouts and things that you were using in your play. And it kind of reminds you of that. You wasn't even for sure, you know, you thought it was just something maybe Lawrence just made up, and maybe it was, but it kind of reminds you of that. And he said he played them off as dwarven runes.
Does it look magical to me?
You don't know. I mean, you don't feel anything. It's very well made. You don't see any keyhole, any way to open it.
Let's set this
well,
box.
I can open it.
You can go ahead and set the box on the ground.
I set it on the ground.
Touched it yet? Go ahead. It's quite cool. Do you guys think we should cast detect magic on it? It'll take 10 minutes. I don't want to waste a spell. I only have 1 spell slot left, so.
Well, we've already been dicking around in this farmhouse for like 20 minutes, so I'm not gonna hurt.
Yep. All right. Well,
What time of day is it? Is it?
It's
like-
almost sunset.
well, we should
Yeah.
stay here anyways. I think it's a defensible.
Sun's
little
just
walls.
starting to kind of creep down below. You
Yeah.
know, it gets where the sun's still visible above the horizon, but it's definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna pull the
Won't be
wagon
long
up
till
close to the.
I was gonna say, can I bring the wagon up over to like here behind the rubble?
Yeah, I like that.
If you're really careful, I mean that little creek bed is not very deep. You can see it's
Yeah, I
about
go slow anyway.
2 foot wide, and here is probably one of the most narrow spots, and it's not that deep. So I mean, if you were careful, yeah, you could bring it. I think you could bring it over.
I am going to ritual cast detect magic.
Any way to let the horse loose somewhat so it can graze?
Oh, do you know a way?
I mean,
You're a farm.
I've got rope. If anybody else have rope, we can make some kind of a.
Yeah, I got rope.
I got rope.
Yeah, let him graze. Hook him to a tree. or
Yeah,
something.
show me where you're going to tie him up at, or what you're going to do to him.
Looks like there's a boulder right here.
I'm gonna fatten him up.
Tie the
Eat
rope,
him.
like literally tie the rope around and knot the boulder. Put a big knot on the rope around the boulder, and then lasso the horse. And so it's got 50 foot of just kind of wandering.
Okay. Just go ahead and move the wagon there. I mean, since we can't. Yeah. I'm not going to move the horse and use the horse. But oh, he was underneath you. I couldn't see him.
Mhm.
A big man. You covered the whole wagon up.
I'm just under 7 foot.
So that does radiate magic,
Mm.
fairly strong magic. And you think it is probably conjuration?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like any of that. Let's. I think it's a box for conjuring.
What's it conjured?
We should show this to Chancellor Van Thamper.
Yes, she seems like a stand-up lady, and obviously,
You have a like for boxes?
she has a like. Yeah, she has a like for boxes. Dirty deals. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but do I think I know how it works to open it? I'm not going to, but or do I have no clue?
You'd have to do some more studying on it. Yeah, you don't. The spell didn't show you any way to open it.
Okay, without really touching it, I am going to try to investigate it first, if I can anymore. If not, then I can cast Identify as a ritual again if we got time.
You can't tell a whole lot about it. I mean, what you see is what it is, unless you're going to touch it. You know, I mean, if you're just wanting to look at it, kind of right there, and you can. It kind of looks the same. That front picture is on all the sides,
Gotcha.
top, bottom, and the 4 sides.
All
So the
right.
6 sides has the same, runes on it or picture or whatever you think that is.
Let's go ahead and not open this here. I don't know if that's what you guys think, but we can vote.
I mean, you can. What if you tell me what you're actually trying to do by just looking at it? I mean, you're just trying to
See if there's like a seam, if there looks like a place like I would push a button, or if there's something that type, without actually touching it, which I know limits
Right,
it. But
right.
if there's something visual, like, oh, I noticed that I think if I push the eyes here, or there is a seam, or maybe the bottom looks like it's not attached, or does it just look solid?
Okay, you do the only thing you notice is around the top edge there. If you kind of look, does appear to be a seam running all the way around it on all 4 sides, like maybe that top. If it was to open, looks like maybe that would come off. See that seam running?
Yep.
Kind of.
Do I know?
Yeah. That runs all the way around it. So you're thinking, okay, if it does come open, then it either's got a hidden hinge, or else the whole thing will just kind of lift up from there.
So seeing now, the putting 2 and 2 together, do I think that was some sort of like summoning or containment type thing, or do I think I could mimic what I saw that star in a larger scale with chalk?
Oh, like drawing it on
Yeah.
there or tracing it?
Yep.
I mean, you could, but you don't see any points that would connect. You don't see any points that would make maybe like that same form on the box.
No, I'm saying, could I just mimic the shape of it on my own in the middle of this? Like with chalk, I just draw the star outline real big?
Yeah, you
Okay.
could do that.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
yeah.
And
I'm
then
sorry,
do
yeah,
I
yeah, you can
do I
that.
know anything about, like, with magic and arcana and stuff, about summoning circles and like anything like that?
Do you have Arcana?
I do have arcana.
Go ahead and make a roll.
Damn. 11's not so good. Not enough.
I mean, you know that certain circles, are
Yeah.
drawn.
I wouldn't know it.
You know that, they have to be strong. They have to be enchanted a certain way. Most of the time, they're used with certain materials, especially if you're summoning something pretty powerful to be able to protect yourself. You have heard, in your story, especially in your stories of your plays and stuff you've done. That's a huge story hook. Is this inept sorcerer tries to summon this creature and it ends up breaking loose. And
It's literally as I'm drawing the circle. I remember a story about a foolish, arrogant man who summoned a demon, thinking he could take. Okay, yeah, let's take this box with us and let's rest here for the night. I don't like my sleep to get interrupted, so I would like to take the first or the last watch, if that's okay with you guys. I prefer the first. Actually,
I can take the last watch or the middle watch if you. You know what? It doesn't really matter. I can take any watch.
Okay, I'll take first.
Shabarn will
Larry,
take last.
did you read on how I sleep?
Yeah.
during my watch, I'm being very much like I'm staying inside here, but I'm going from window to window. If you watch, like I'm going like doing my rounds, looking through the windows, and you can kind of see over it, correct?
You can see over it everywhere except for this back wall that traces where the trees are at. That's the highest point, like
Over
that.
here?
It's almost like the three sides, right? Yep.
So, but I can see through
Here.
that window?
Here, right? Yeah, you
Okay.
can. Yep.
Yep. So then in that case,
Everywhere else, you can see over top of it.
okay, in that case, I'm spending most of my time here, and then I can just scan. I scan around, and I'll look out this window, keeping an eye. Hand crossbow within reach.
Okay.
Okay, something sneaks up on us. I need some poison. Say right now.
Where are you guys? Where are you guys sleeping? I see Rygar's out roaming in the trees.
Travarin has made himself like a little just area over here with all of his supplies, just like it out.
I'll probably
laying
sleep
it
in the
down.
corner here.
Yeah.
I stand in this corner right here outside.
That's what you do. You guys want to take a? Are you going to keep playing for a little bit, or you want to take a quick bathroom break, or is this? What time does everybody have to go? I guess.
This is actually a good point for me. I have to be kind of out of here in the next about 30-ish minutes. So.
Okay, that's fine. I just thought this might be a good place where you're camped. You know, if you want to,
Yeah.
if everybody had to go. It was a little slow getting in, but
That's
hopefully
good.
it'll be a little better. So I don't know. You guys want to plan in a couple weeks, or you